We're live. Welcome to the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. One moment, please. I'm just getting to my senses. Should I say? So this is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I hope you can see everything clearly there. Yes, my name is Brad. This is Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is episode 89. We're on the 15th of February. It's 11 a.m. in the morning. UK time. It's a Sunday. Today I'm going to be talking about the title for today. I've got my notes as well, just to be open and honest. It's Calm is Power, how to regulate your nervous system. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to talk about your nervous system and how it can be fried sometimes, how you can get burnt out, and how to regulate your nervous system, basically calming yourself down. Obviously as well, I'm going to be responding to the comments as I usually do. Jordan says, good morning, Brad. How was your Valentine's Day? Hi, good morning, Jordan. Welcome back. It was good, mate. I had a really nice meal. I got like a Marks and Spencer's meal. I had steak. It was really nice, man. I had a good day. Nice and chilled. Went to the gym. Had a nice walk. Had a nice meal. And that was about it, Jordan, but it was nice. What about you? How was your Valentine's Day is the question. So, I'm going to put this comment on here. Sometimes I like to speak about things that have meaning sometimes. Not always, but I like to talk about things that are meaningful, that have content, that have a bit of depth to them. It's good to chat shit. It's good to be silly. And those things are positive. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you need that in life. However, my channel and what I'm about is self-improvement and working on yourself and dealing with just getting through life, really. And trying to raise your consciousness, trying to be a bit more, I don't know, vibrate at a higher frequency, basically. Be your best self. And that's why I talk about what I talk about sometimes. There's a lot of other channels that do other things, and they're not better or worse than what I do. Depends which way you look at it, I suppose. That's all based on perception. But I like to have meaning to what I'm talking about. I don't want to be just dumb shit all the way through. It's not good. I don't think it's good. Anyway, so and I get this might, anyway, I'm going for it. Let me just type something in before I do. I'm just warming up, guys, sorry. There we go. So let's just start that. Let me move that up a little bit. There we go. So Jordan saying it was good. Thank you. You spent the day with your sister. Did you? Oh, you went to watch the Aston Villa game, didn't you? I think they won. Was it 3-1? Jordan? Was the score 3-1? XX Baller. Hi, XX Baller. Nice to see you here again. I hope you're okay. How you doing? Good morning. How are you? Is the question. So, Noah says hi too. I'm going to just chill a minute. I'll read all the comments and then I'll crack on with the content that I'm speaking about, of course. I will respond to all comments though as well. Poison Blake says hello. Catchy Electro Music says hi, Brad. Hello, Catchy Electro Music. How are you? Jordan says 3-1 to the Mighty Mags. Referee was shocking. I didn't see the full game, mate, if I'm honest, but I did see the results. The green thumb, but you boring. Well, you might find me boring. It's okay. If you find me boring, then just find something that you're interested in more. I'd suggest green thumb. That's what I'd do. It's all right. Poison Blake is laughing. Noah saying, do you have a son? No, I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids. And I don't want any either. Don't want any. I like not having any, to be honest. Green Thumb saying, get some vitamin D. Well, it's harder in winter, Green Thumb. I've just had some vitamin D. I've had some tablets. And I have 8,000 international units, which is the measurement for vitamin D. Rosemary says, hi. Hi, Rosemary. Noah's laughing. Good for you. Bertie, have you had your daily beans on toast? No, I've not had beans on toast for ages. Beans on toast is nice, though, don't get me wrong. But I've not had it for ages. Rosemary saying, how are you? I'm okay. I'm all right, man. I'm just waking up a bit, if I'm honest. I've been off. I've not been working this week. So I've been sleeping in a bit. So I'm just coming to a little bit. Noah Bear's laughing. Good for you. Poison Blake is 67. Whatever. It's a trend. Bertie is then saying cheese and crispy onions. Noah saying, do you hate us? No, I really don't hate. No, I don't. Even if someone's really, really rude to me on here, I don't hate them. I don't take it personally. It's just water off a duck's back. Anyway, just words. I'm good. Bertie saying, give it a go. What? The cheese and crispy onions. Do you know what? That sounds nice, to be fair. Rosemary saying, wonderful. Lovely. Poison Blake's just laughing. David saying, where are you from? I am actually from a town called Darwin, which is in East Lancashire, northwest England. That's where I grew up. Blackburn, if you've heard of Blackburn Rovers. Not a great team anymore, if I'm honest, football team. But I actually live in Chorley now. Where are you from, David, is the question. Can you say 67? 67. There you go. Can I play Roblox? I've never played it. I've heard of it. I know it's a very popular game. I know it's it's a big game. Let's say a lot of people love it. But can I play it? I've never played it. So the answer to that would be no. David saying, nice, I'm from Scotland. Oh, lovely. How's life in Scotland, David? Whereabouts in Scotland? I watched the game yesterday, David. I don't know if you follow rugby union. They battered England. They were the better team. They always do well against England, don't they? In recent years, Scotland with rugby union. So they were the better team. The only Zuki saying, good morning, Brad and chat. Good morning, Zuki. How are you? Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you on here again. Poison Blake saying, I'm from Scotland. I feel like life is more free in Scotland. Not that I'm an expert at it. Can you say bomber clot? Bomber clot. Morning, Poison Blake says. I'm going to start with my content in a moment. I'm just going to drink this coffee. I'm just warming up. Have you been keeping well? How was your week off been? My week off's been good. I've been to York, Suki. I've been to a couple of other places. I worked on Wednesday just to earn some extra money. I had a nice week, a nice rest. I'm going back tomorrow to work. Got to get on with it. I've had a nice week off. It's been raining and stuff, but I made the best of it, Zuki. I'm feeling all right. I feel like my body's rested, which is a good thing. So, yeah, that's good. David's then saying, rugby is quite good, yes. We have a good rugby team. They're very inconsistent, though, in my opinion, David. Like, they got beaten by Italy last week, and then they were brilliant against England yesterday. They're very inconsistent. The Scottish rugby team, they need more consistency because when they're on a good day, they're really difficult to beat. They're very, very good. But I'd agree, overall, they're a good team. Very good team. They could be better, though, in my opinion, if they were more consistent. I don't know what you think about that, David. But anyway, and you're from Dundee. Okay, nice. In Scotland. So the weather's quite bad, but it snowed a tiny bit. It snowed a bit here as well in Lancashire, David. Can I guess this country, Poison Blake? Do you know what? I can't. I don't know. Jordan saying Scotland is my second as I have family from up that way. So do I, Jordan, but I've never met them. My granddad was Scottish. My granddad came from Perth in Scotland, but he moved to England when he was younger. This is a long, long time ago, of course. I think his mum and dad passed away when he was about 15. I'm on about my granddad now. And then I think he joined the Navy, and then he came to England. This is a long, long time ago. So I've got a lot of family up there, but I don't know them. York is lovely, Dreamy Jew. Hi, Dreamy Jew. How are you? Hope you're okay. York is lovely. I agree. It's really nice. Roy McClone. Fab 5 Freddy told me everyone's fly. DJ spinning. I said, my flash is fast. Flash is cool. Francais, c'est pas. I can't say that properly, sorry. Flash no deuce. And you don't stop. Sure shot, go to the parking lot. Right? Thanks for your rapping there. I'm sorry I've murdered it with my shitty voice. Poison Blake saying, Brad, can you guess this country, please? That's obviously Poison. That's Palestine, isn't it? People love that one at the moment. It's very popular, isn't it? It's trending, isn't it? Sander saying 1111. Angel number. Thank you, Sander. Kane Evans, can you put your pinky to your lip? I wonder where you're going with that. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. That one. There you go. Sander saying woohoo for the 1111. Suki saying good morning to Sander. Poison Blake says hi. Dreamy Jew says that's Dubai's flag. Thank you, Dreamy Jew. I didn't realise. Thank you. Sander saying morning, Zuki. How are you? Poison Blake says correct. Jonah said my family are from the Granite City in sunny Aberdeen. Very industrial, isn't it, Aberdeen, as far as I know, Jordan. Joy saying it was pissing it down with snow in Edinburgh at 10:30. Solo, we've got Solo on here, and he's probably, what's it called, just spamming. Dreamy Jew says, I'm well, thank you. Sander is managed that very, very well. Thank you. Sander says, right, I'm jealous. I hoped it snow here overnight, but nothing happened. It did snow, but it didn't stick. It looks great, snow, don't get me wrong, but it's a pain in the ass to drive in. Zuki's doing so. Trying my best to keep positive. I know it's hard sometimes, Zuki, in life. How have you been? To Sander, you're saying that too. Solo is just basically, right, 1 second. 1 minute. I've timed that person out. Lazy. Hi there. Really love your content. He wanted you to do the lip and finger because it looks like, I know it does. Lazy Nick. And finger because it's like Dr. Evil Austin Powers. I know. I was aware. I've gone with the joke. Sander saying, Zuki, I've been well, thank you. Been off all week, so I was happy. Sorry to hear you're not the best. Did you get that flat? No. Sander says, sorry, Brad, I had to move that idiot. Absolutely correct, Sander. Dreamy Jew saying, not a fan of Aberdeen, it's great. Yeah, a lot of time. Yeah, I've heard that too, Dreamy Jew. Sander saying, I'm good, thank you. Hello, Jordan, I'm good, thanks, Sander says. Going back to work tomorrow. How are you? Right, I'm going to go through a bit of my content, guys. I am going to read all the comments, of course, but I do want to talk about this. I want to talk about something meaningful. I do like to add meaning to what I'm talking about. Not all the time, but some of the time. I have got my notes, to be open and honest. I'm going to read them the best I can. I'm talking about the bloody nervous system. So have you ever noticed how some days you're just wired, snappy, you're agitated, you get annoyed really quickly, or you're drained, or you've got like a foggy brain, foggy mind. Things don't work out the well. You feel like you're it feels like you're walking through mud. You're just not at your best. You feel like, and it can be frustrating. You're just like, fucking hell, I wish I could take on the world today, but I feel so drained. I feel so tired. I feel like this sometimes. I get burnt out. Even when nothing majorly bad's happened, it's like you're just living your life. Sometimes actually your nervous system could be burnt out. And I'm going to talk about that. It doesn't mean it's weakness. It's your nervous system is just warning you sometimes, like, you need to slow down. You need to recharge. So this could be tied to nervous system. It's overworking. I'm guilty of this. I work for the NHS. I work at the hospital. I will go back to the comments in a moment, guys, by the way, just to let you know, but I'm just going to speak a little bit. So yeah, I do a lot. I work a lot. Some people work more than me, but I work a lot. I work about 45, 50 hours a week, and I do this as much as I can. This is like a job in itself as well. This is my choice, of course. So overworking, it can catch up with you. You don't always realize it straight away. Constant phone notifications. So your phone's just beeping away. You're always on your phone. You're always distracted. Your energy, your mental energy is going into your phone. Am I guilty of this? Absolutely. Social pressure. What's that going to look like? Tied to your nervous system. Social pressure can be, what can it be? It can be, you've got a day off. Brilliant. You're fucking tired though. You've been working all week. And your friends want to go out for a drink. Your family are going out for a meal. And those things are positive. Don't get me wrong, but you just want to recharge, but you've got the social pressure to perform. You need to go out. So that social pressure to do this, to do that, to turn up for this, turn up for that, and you really can't be bothered. Well, I'm like that sometimes. Suppressed and moving on now. Suppressed emotions, not dealing with your emotions. Men do this often. I've done this and I'll do it again in the future. It's holding on to anger. It'll eat you up inside. It's not expressing that you're upset, expressing that you're sad, not processing your emotions. A lot of people do this. Sometimes if you're in a workplace, you're working with arseholes. They're really rude. And you've got to maintain your professionalism with your boss, for example. You can't tell them to F off, but you'd love to. That could be repressed emotions to an extent as well. But if you hold on to those emotions, they're going to drain you. They're not going to be worked through. You're going to be repressing them. This can fry your nervous system because you're just burning out energy-wise. And also, moving on, especially in England, I don't know about elsewhere, America maybe, and other places, there's that burnout culture. It's a fucking rat race. You've got to go all the time. And I've been experiencing this recently with the long shifts that I do. It's my choice. I do extra hours, of course. And the mental overload, I do this. I do other things as well. This is not always me. This is just my choices in life. But it can burn you out. It can burn you out, of course. So I will go back to the comments and then I'll speak a bit about, I'll try and mix up both of these things. So I'm going back to the comments, guys. Sorry. Caesar says, hi, how are you? Zuki says, sadly not. No. Lovely. Hope it was restful. Jordan saying, I'm as good as can be. Thank you. I'm going back to work tomorrow myself. You're a caretaker, aren't you? At a school, Jordan. Good for you. Lazy Nick saying, I'm thinking for March getting a new hairstyle. Just wondering what you normally ask for your barber. I'm my own barber, Lazy Nick, as I'm sure you're aware. Mr. Cool, gardening helps regulate your nervous system. Do you know what, Mr. Cool? Thank you for sharing that. Very wise. Gardening, being at one with nature, being responsible for something too. I can imagine a bit being very therapeutic. Mr. Cool, thank you for sharing that. It's a very good way to regulate your nervous system. I haven't thought of that one, so thanks for that. Sandra agrees. I'd love to have a garden. Deep breathing helps too. I do the Wim Hof breathing most days. That helps me. I have that cold shower as well. You've just mentioned it. Catchy electro music's mentioned that too. You know what, guys? Thank you for bringing these up. Absolutely, breathing. It's going to help you regulate. Sometimes when you're nervous and you're sucked into the rat race, you're burnt out. It's like imagine a wheel and it's going really fucking fast and you're trying to put the brakes on it to calm down, but it's just going so fast and it's very difficult. It takes time and you're just on edge a little bit. That breathing does help, but you've got to give it time as well. Ice baths to help me. Jordan, how do you have ice baths? I've never had an ice bath, but I have to cold shower every morning, most mornings. And sometimes I'll go to the shower and I think, fucking hell, I'm not looking forward to this, especially in winter morning, tired, 6:30 in the morning, and I have a cold shower. And honest to God, after it, I feel amazing. But before I go in, I think, don't be a bitch, Brad, just get on with it. So yeah. Catchy electro music said, I've done an ice bath. What was it like, catchy electro music? I've never done it. I'd love to do it though. I prefer cold showers are easier, aren't they? You just turn on the tap, turn on the shower. Zank saying, Zank Khan. Hi Zank, how are you? Nice to meet you, by the way. My name's Brad. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way, guys. Thank you. Jordan saying, I don't mind both, to be honest. It makes you feel refreshed. Yeah, it wakes you up. Oh, it feels good. This is helping you to regulate your nervous system. Bailey, hi Bailey, how are you? Hope you're okay, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your time off. Hello, Brad, how are you today? I'm good, thanks. Talking about the nervous system today, Bailey, and going with the comments as well. Mr. Cool 27 said social pressure will be your mother-in-law is coming to stay. Fucking right, Mr. Cool. You've hit the nail on the head there. And your mother-in-law might be a nice person. She might not be. She might be, she could be the nicest person in the fucking world, let's say that. But they're coming to stay over for a weekend, for example, and you're like, okay, now you're gonna have to entertain them, you're gonna have to keep them happy, you're gonna have to engage with them, you have to talk to them. You want to rest, but you can't. So that's social pressure, social expectations. And it can be draining as fuck. So your nervous system's not getting a rest, especially been working all week, Mr. Cole. A really good example of that, Mr. Cole. Thank you. Sander said 100%. What about diet? Catchy electro music, diet. Yeah, inflammation from some foods. You're eating Mackies every day, eating highly processed shit all the time. Sometimes highly processed shit's nice, don't get me wrong. McDonald's, does it taste good? Yeah. If I've worked a long day, I've done like a 14-hour shift, I'll fucking get a Mackie sometimes. I'm not saying it's healthy, but it's quick and it's easy and it fills me up. But eating that all the time but it's going to mess up your nervous system big time. Definitely. It's going to can cause inflammation, can it? Causing stress to the body. Anyway, Lazy Nick says, also, I bought a megaphone and sometimes shout profanities at the nursery over the road. This helps me anger relief too. That's Lazy Nick. Lazy Nick. That's not good, mate. Shouting profanities to young children in a nursery. That's how you get locked. Get locked up, lad. Anyway, Bailey saying hello to Sander. Sander says, hello, Bailey. How are you? Bailey saying, I'm good. Just woke up. You've had a nice lie in, Bailey. Good for you. You deserve it. Mr. Cool saying, oh, lazy. Poor plants in that nursery. Lazy Nick saying, sorry, did I hear him say he gets burnt out from long shits or long shifts? The accent threw me off. No, I'll go with the job there. Jordan saying, Newcastle United burns me out. Some games they win. Yeah. And next they get battered. They don't know how to make their minds up sometimes. Yeah, they're very inconsistent, Newcastle, at the moment. They've got a great stadium. Great stadium, one of the best in the country, in my opinion. If you've never been to Newcastle's ground, go. It's a good one. Yeah, that could stress you out, especially if you're passionate, Jordan, about it. Especially people from Newcastle are very passionate about the football team. So that could stress you out when they're being inconsistent, frustrating. Yeah, Badger, breathing slow, deep breaths, especially outdoors in nature. Yeah, I suppose you could take your shoes off as well and feel your feet on the grass, becoming more one with nature, breathing in the fresh air. That recharges you. It fucking feels amazing. I absolutely love that. Badger, in counter to what you've said, you've made a good point, is if I go to the Trafford Centre, big shopping centre, don't get me wrong, it's loads of There's loads of food places. There's a cinema. There's loads going on. There's loads of fucking people. But it's all artificial. That drains me over time. But if you go in nature, it just recharges you. By just saying movement, just a light walk, so beneficial, man. Walking in nature. We need to. That's what we're linked to nature. We're the energy that we have is linked to the earth, in my opinion. Hence the reason why you become recharged from it. Anyway, I'll keep going. Bailey's giving us a different perspective. Thank you, Bailey. Personally, for me, building Lego while having the music on. So you're building Lego. Yeah, I'm just imagining it. And you've got your favorite music on, and you feel that you're in your comfort zone there. You're doing an activity that you enjoy. It's therapeutic by the sounds of it. That's going to help calm you down and recharge you. Everyone's got their own ways, Bailey. That's very specific. Thank you for sharing. Jordan's saying, agreeing with Bailey that the building Lego helps me. And I never thought of that because I would never have thought of that. But, thank you for sharing. Zuki saying, what kind of Lego do you like building, or is it just freestyle? Jordan's saying, I have about 5 bags of ice with freezing cold water, and I stay in it as long as I can in the bath, Jordan. Wow. Is it much better? Is it much more beneficial compared to the cold shower, Jordan? Bailey's then saying, Zuki, building Harry Potter sets. Cool. Badger's then saying, maybe it's the breathing that makes me feel better. Yeah. Big, deep breathe. Big oxygen. I can't say the word. Sorry. Oxygenating the body. I've said it wrong. Some words I struggle with. Zuki says, oh, nice. Jordan saying the only Zuki I love building Formula 1 cars. Zuki saying very cool. I used to collect them as a kid, Jordan. God. I used to collect them. The Ferrari ones. God, I just don't know why, but I just remembered that. F1 I'm on about. Bailey saying I'm doing an ice swim, 6Ks. Wow. In 4 days. An ice swim. Where are you doing the ice swim, Bailey? That's interesting. Have you got a wetsuit is the question. Jordan saying, I've got a 1/8 scale of the Red Bull car. Nice, Jordan. Bailey said, nice. Lazy Nick saying, is your barber, dentist and speech therapist in prison? Lazy Nick, you I know what you are. It's all good. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. Is your barber, dentist? Yeah, they are. They've been locked up, Nick. Bailey saying, I'm doing it for charity. Oh, that's great. Amazing, Bailey. What charity are you doing it for? Zuki saying, oh, wow, all the best with that. Absolutely. Bailey saying, thank you. I do it every year in the winter. Wow. Bailey saying, St. James's Park, no, thank you. Fair enough. Why not? Bailey is the question. You don't have to answer. What about my comments, Badger? Oh, I'm going through them, Badger, as quickly as I can. Okay, thanks. I'm trying my best, Badger. Jordan saying, Bailey, you a Villa fan, like, haha. No, Jordan, I'm a Liverpool fan, just personally don't like Newcastle. Fair enough. Due to the football. Badger saying, yes, we need nature. We are one with nature. We forget that, don't we? Humans try to play God as well sometimes. And in my opinion, is the earth has been around for much longer than we have. Humans have. And when it's ready, it'll fucking sneeze us off. Natural disaster or whatever it is. And then the earth will continue long after we're gone. Mother Nature. Don't fuck with Mother Nature is what I'm trying to say. But you can get a lot of positives from it if you utilize it in the best way. Jordan's saying, fair enough. Ridge Racer, hi Ridge Racer. Do you think age 29 is old? No. It's not, Ridge Racer. Fucking not. I'm about to be 30. My football team is about to be relegated. Life is shit. I'm sorry. What football team do you support, Ridge Racer? Do you know what, Ridge Racer? When I turned 30, I was thinking, oh shit, I'm getting a bit older. Do you know what though? My 30s was so much better than my 20s. I was younger in my 20s. I was fitter in my 20s. I looked better in my 20s because I was younger, but my 30s and beyond, knew myself so much better as racer. I'd done a lot of like soul searching, and I just felt more comfortable and truly confident in myself in my 30s. So it's not old. I'm barely saying I'm 31. It's fucking really not old. I'm 43, and I'm 43, man. And I still, do you know what? I still have a youthful exuberance. I try to keep it as much as I can, even though my body does ache sometimes. Hugo Lord. There's got to be one, hasn't there? Baldy. Yes, I've got a bald head, Hugo Lord. Well done. Mr. Cool. Michael, should I say, sorry. Michael. Racer, you're still a baby. Absolutely. Jordan saying it's 50-50, to be honest. Okay. Bailey's saying, really? He's bald. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Bailey saying, I'm just using a wetsuit. I'm not using a wetsuit, just my swimming trunks. Oh, you're hardcore then, Bailey. I think the wetsuit helps. It helps to, because I used to do triathlons, Bailey, and I've done open water swimming. It's a long time ago. It's over 10 years ago I was doing these things. I don't do it at the moment. But it elevates when you swim in the wetsuit. I don't know if you already know this, but it lifts your legs up, basically. I'm saying it's really badly, and it helps you be more aerodynamic, like it did with me. You're doing it for the Salvation Army. That's a really good cause. Well done. Thanks, Bailey, for doing that. Ross Purser. What's with the eyebrows, cuz? They're just, Ross, it's just the way they are, mate. Oh, you cool cats are from the UK. Michael, yes. From the UK. Ridge Race is saying Tottenham. Oh, shit. Tottenham's ground is amazing. The best ground I've ever been to, stadium in the best stadium I've ever been to personally is Tottenham's ground. It's fucking amazing, but they're not playing well. They're all close to a relegation battle. I don't think you'll be relegated, but you never know. They're very close to the bottom, though. They should be performing a lot better than that. Michael saying, Ross, most people have eyebrows. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Jordan saying, poor Tottenham. Things can change, though. There's ups and downs in life. There's ups and downs in life. I'm going to go back to my content a little bit. I'm going to read through a little bit. I'm referring to my notes just a moment. I am going to go back to the comments, so don't worry. I'm not going to... I'm not going to stop. Anyway, I'll do the best I can. So the sympathetic nervous system, which is linked to, it's your nervous system. That's when you feel the reactive, wired, anxious feeling. That's the sympathetic nervous system, is when that fight, flight, or freeze, when the cortisol kicks in. And sometimes you need that fight, flight, or freeze. It's like if a saber-toothed tiger was coming after you thousands of years ago, fight, flight, or your sympathetic nervous system would kick in. Fight, flight, or freeze, adrenaline would pump through your body, and then you'd be your body would be more adept at running away or fighting or whatever it is, or freezing sometimes, I suppose. The parasympathetic nervous system is what you guys were mentioning in a way: resting, digesting, calm, grounded, clear thinking. But a lot of people, including myself, a lot of the time are in this low level fight, flight, freeze constantly. And I suppose you could get used to it, but it's not good for you overall. So the sympathetic nervous system, I'm going to talk about quickly. Fight, flight, or freeze. This is your survival system, which I've just mentioned. Activates when your brain detects a threat, real or perceived. But in today's modern world, there's no saber-toothed tigers. There's no immediate truly dangerous threats most of the time. But what is it going to... But if you're around... Imagine you're around someone that you're a bit afraid of, or you're around someone that's been rude to you in the past, and you're at work, and you've not dealt with it, and they're your boss, and you're anticipating another attack, but you don't know when it's coming. That's when your heart rate can start increasing. So your body's perceiving threats. You're on edge. Blood pressure can rise. Cortisol levels can rise. This can affect your sleep. I'll go through these quickly. Breathing becomes shallow or faster. Muscles can tighten up. Fight, flight, or freeze. There's no saber-tooth fucking tiger. Of course there's not. There's no immediate deadly threat. but you're on edge. A lot of people are like this. Muscles tighten up. Your digestion slows down. Stress hormones, adrenaline, like I mentioned before, cortisol, release. Pupils dilate. Cortisol can be great, don't get me wrong, but if it's in effect, if cortisol is in your body, it causes inflammation in the body. It can cause sleep disruptions, and all the other hormones, the happy hormones, oxycodone, etc., serotonin, etc., can't get in when cortisol's strong. They can't. Yeah, you won't feel the benefits of them. So you're going to become alert, reactive. And if you're in this higher state of stress for too long, it's going to wear you down. The stress is a big killer. It's a big killer. Anyway. Sorry, let me carry on. So this is amazing in short bursts. I'll go to the comments in a moment, guys. Short burst, it's amazing. So imagine you're driving in your car. There's a fucking dickhead come out in front of you. You've got to brake really quickly. You've got the reaction times. What's it called? The sympathetic nervous system in that situation is helping you because it's helping you avoid a crash. Great. However, modern threats aren't lions. They're not saber-toothed tigers. They're work stress, which I've mentioned. They're emails. Relationship tension with your partner, with your family, with your fucking whoever, work. Social comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing yourself to others, looking at that family over there, they've got loads of money, they've got a happy family, they appear to be perfect, and you're comparing yourself to other people on the internet. The list can go on and on. This can cause you unhappiness and stress. Financial pressure, especially in today's world. Financial pressure, man. It's a real thing. Having to work overtime just to be able to pay the bills, or you want to go on holiday, so you put pressure on yourself. Social pressure, really. The family wants to go on holiday. You're the breadwinner. You have to do overtime to achieve that. That's going to add more stress onto your nervous system. Constant notifications on your phone could be one as well. Sorry, guys. I'm doing the best I can here. Lots of rips of shit. Oh, God. So anyway, I'll go back to the comments. My notes are ripped to pieces, man. Anyway, I'm doing the best I can. I'm really sorry. I'm going to finish this. One moment. I'll go back to the comments. I'm doing the best I can, guys. I'm really, really sorry. I've gone off on a tangent there. Should have given Frank more time, Jordan saying. Back to the Tottenham comment. Yep, I'd agree. Ridge Racer saying, can't polish a turd, mate. Ridge Racer, if I don't know if you're still there. Very true. You cannot polish. Well, you could try and polish a turd, but it's still... you could put a bit of glitter on it, I suppose, but it's still a turd. I get what you're saying, Ridge Racer. Jordan's saying true, but you're doing okay in the Champions League. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of saving them to an extent. Tottenham we're talking about. Michael, I liked your adaptation to my name. Cheers. Think of Michael being phonetic for my birth name. Okay, cool. Thank you. David says, hi. I'm a bus driver on what you're a bus driver on, Davis. Ridge Race saying, get the scum top of the league and us getting laughed at. Got the scum at the top. I'm assuming meaning Arsenal. Santa saying, sorry about your notes, Brad. Don't worry, it's okay. Wishing everyone happiness and serenity. Santa saying, thank you, cool. Thumbs up from Michael too. Wishing you the same, Michael. So I'm going to continue with my content the best I can. So your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a saber-toothed tiger. I know they don't exist anymore. But just an example. Your boss calling. You got your day off, your boss is calling. Oh, you've forgotten this. You've forgotten that. A sign of stress, a sign of your nervous system being fried is potentially You come home from work and you go, fuck, I forgot this. I didn't send that email. I didn't sort that out. I didn't sort this out. That's a sign of stress. Chronic sympathetic activation looks like you're always switched on. You're always on the go. You work, you go to the gym, you're dealing with family, taking the kids to activities, you're taking the kids to schools, you're dealing with this, you're dealing with that. You're on all the time. Especially if you're an introvert, if you're more introverted, you're around people too much, you can burn out too. That happens to me. You become snappy, irritable. It's a sign that your sympathetic nervous system's been on for too long. You're burning out, you're getting snappy, you're getting agitated, you're irritable, more irritable, you're less calm. It's not a good feeling. And you can also take it out on the people closest to you, can't you? We've all done it. Well, if you're human and you're honest with yourself, everyone's been snappy or irritable at some point in some way towards somebody. It can lead to overthinking. Just keeps going and going and going. And this is just, overthinking can burn your energy up big fucking time. It's just pissing out of you. Overthinking, what's that going to lead to potentially? You're not going to be sleeping. Not going to be sleeping well. 2 o'clock, anyone ever done that? Overthinking. 2 o'clock in the morning, not got to sleep. 3 o'clock in the morning, not got to sleep. Got to be up at 6. You might get an hour or 2 sleep, and then you've got to hit the next day, and you're absolutely exhausted. And again, you've got the rat race going on. You've got the busy day going on. Modern day issues, I suppose. This can lead to jaw clenching because your muscles are tense. You're tense. It's not a good feeling. I'll keep going the best I can. Tight shoulders. This is the inflammation as well. Tight shoulders, which can cause this inflammation, can cause back pain. And if you stay in this state for too fucking long, your nervous system's fried. Your sympathetic nervous system's kicking in. If you stay in this state for too long, and you don't deal with it, what is it going to cause? Your body is going to respond in a negative manner eventually. That's when you get your physical ailments. That's when you get ill. Going back to, they say stress is one of the biggest killers. So again, like I've already said, poor sleep is going to occur. Wired but exhausted, can't switch off. Hyper focused on problems. So you're thinking about the problems too much, too deeply, for too long, potentially. Constant sense of urgency. Lots of people live permanently in this state. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Because it feels normal. It feels familiar. And what happens is, I suppose, it feels familiar. And then when you do rest, when you do stop, you become really, really tired. And yeah. Anyway, I'll go back to the comments, guys. Sorry, I'm going on a little bit. So Jordan saying respect, Michael. Nice. God, sorry. This is difficult sometimes. I'm just going to have a drink of my tea, probably going cold. Doing the best I can. So the parasite, I'm going to keep speaking the best I can. Jordan said, what's your plans for today? Jordan, I'm doing this. I spend a few hours doing this sometimes. And then what am I doing? Good question. Might go for a walk. I'll probably go for a drive. I might go to the gym, go to the sauna. I'd like to do a gym workout if I can, Jordan. Yeah. And that's it. Not much, really. Working tomorrow, mate. Making the best of the day. It's France against Wales in the Six Nations. I might watch that as well, the rugby union. What about you, Jordan? What's your plans for today is the question. So I'm going to keep speaking about this, my content, while I can. So parasympathetic nervous system Parasympathetic nervous system. This is the counteract. When your nervous system is fucking fried, the parasympathetic nervous system is PNS, which is, that's how you counteract it. This is where you rest in and digest. This is your recovery system. The bodies are very intelligent. The body's very smart. What it does physically, your heart rate slows down. Breathing deepens, right? What people mentioned before. Tom Foster, hi Tom. You are boring me with this talk. Well, Tom, it's okay. If that's absolutely fine. Just flick. I'm not bothered. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. I'm trying to make things meaningful. But if you find it boring, I completely understand. That's absolutely okay. It's fine. Just watch something else then, Tom. That's what I do. Why would you watch something that you find boring? Why would you spend your time on something that you find boring? I don't know. Jordan's saying, I'm going to chill out today. Watch the Newcastle lasses play Portsmouth at 2. Then maybe go to the gym myself. That sounds like a great day, Jordan. Fucking hell, that's a great day. Tom saying, a lot of what you're talking about is false. I'm in the field. What field are you in, Tom? What field are you in? I'm not bullshitting anybody. I am not bullshitting anybody. I'm giving my own perspective on things. I'm not an expert on the nervous system, and I don't profess to be. I'm not a medical professional, therefore I'm not a doctor. I'm not a trained psychologist. I do have life experiences. I do have wisdom. I have suffered in my life. I have overcome obstacles in my life, but I do not know everything, Tom. And I don't profess to be those things. So I'm open and honest about that. I have got notes as well. And I'm open and honest about referring to those notes to help guide me through the lives that I do. But I do like to talk about things that have meaning, that can potentially help people. That's where I'm coming from, Tom. So what field are you in is the question. Don't bullshit the people, mate. I'm not bullshitting no one. If I'm bullshitting the people, I'm bullshitting myself. I'm not going to do that. I don't do that, mate. It's all easily disproven. What is the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system or backed by science? The backed by science, the nervous system, there's truth in it. If you dare to look at it, you're a doctor. You're acting like a doctor, which you are not. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. So therefore, there you go. You are correct. I am not a doctor, and I don't pretend to be. You're a doctor. Okay then, Tom. Can you tell us about the nervous system then? Sure. Contribute to the conversation. You might be able to share your wisdom and help others. Could you do that? That'd be great. So basically, if you're going to start with the breathing, you're going to look after your body a little bit better. You're going to be out in nature. You're calming that nervous system down. Digestion's going to improve. You're feeling calmer in yourself. This is easier said than done, though. This is where you can strengthen yourself. You're more relaxed. You feel the tension off your shoulders a little bit. You're a bit calmer. It's nicer. You're coming away from that rat race. Zuki saying, time to hop off the high horse, I think, Tom. I could, but I don't feel like it right now. False. Tom, I think you're full of shit. It's obvious. It's clear. I think you're full of shit. Anyway, but you're just trying to be, I don't know. Live your life, Tom. I think you've got other things to deal on. Work on yourself, maybe. And using the power of suggestion too. Gaslighting 101, isn't it, Tom? You are anything but calm, obviously. Really calm, mate. Oh, God. You're really, Tom, you're a really good example of someone that's very unhappy, really. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay, really. I'm going to send some love to you and some respect to you. I am calm, mate, honestly. I'm chilled. This is water. This is just whatever. Anyway, Zuki saying, then as Brad said, feel free to share your perspectives and thoughts, Tom. Yeah, contribute something positive to it. Don't just put other people down, man. I'm trying to do something positive here. And if you can contribute to that positivity, that's great. If you can't, if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. Go somewhere else, watch something else, be somewhere else. Sandy's then saying, hi, Brad. Brad speaks about life from his own perspectives. I try to do the best I can and experiences. This is his channel. Make sure you follow and subscribe. And you might learn a thing or two. You might do, or you might not do. And if you do disagree with anything that I say, honestly, you're more than free to say why you don't disagree with it. Give me evidence. Give me your. We'll have a debate about it. I'm open-minded to listen to your perspectives, and if you don't agree with anything with what I say, I'll listen to what you say, listen to what you have to say, and try and understand what you have to say. But Tom obviously is doing what Tom. Whatever. So I say, Tom, you seem like a bitter, awful person. Classical gaslighter behaviour. Yep. Like and subscribe, everyone. Sandra's saying, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to pin that message. Thank you. It's probably gone now, Sandra. Thingy-majig. Asking, can I have a shout out? Joe, what, Thingy-majig? Shout out to Thingy-majig. How are you? My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Of course you can. So Sandra says, Tom, you have an adult conversation and back up your arguments. Yeah. Yeah. Most people don't. That person's not going to do that, I doubt. Do you read the chats? The Alpha Gentleman? I do. I do the best I can, the Alpha Gentleman. I do the best I can with responding to the comments. Yes. Sandra's saying, is a coward, LOL, bye. Oh, you're on about Tom that was on here before. Absolutely. Thingy-majig is saying thank you. So, it's okay. No worries, Thingy-majig. Hope you're okay. I hope that you're doing well. So I'll keep talking about my content, and then I'll respond to comments the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. So when you're calming yourself down, you're doing the breathing, you're walking out in nature, you're calming your nervous system down, digestion will improve, your immune system's going to strengthen. Your immune system's going to strengthen because not all your energy is wasted on overthinking. The body calms down, it's less inflamed, basically, if you manage to calm yourself down. If you're regulating that nervous system, healing can occur then. You're not as highly strung, you're not as tense. That's where growth happens. That's when creative things can happen. It's like when you've got a week off work and you're thinking, oh, I've actually got time to think. I'm not as burnt out. That's when the creative thinking can kick in. The vagus nerve plays a big role here. I'm referring to my notes to be open and honest here. It's like the brake pedal of your nervous system. Absolutely. Anyway. It's not about killing stress. Stress is part of life. But you need both systems. The goal is flexibility. You need a healthy nervous system. Don't do too much. Don't get too burnt out. It's so difficult for some people, though. Imagine if you've got two parents, they've got two kids, 2.4 children. Both the parents have, let's say, the working class, let's say, and they're working in jobs that they fucking hate, working in a factory. Nothing wrong with those jobs, by the way, but they work hard and they've got children, they've got responsibilities, and they're just constantly on the go all the time. And have you ever heard this before? When a parent says this, they go, oh, I come to work for a rest. So imagine that. You go to work and it's a rest for you. That's crazy. But I've heard a lot of different people say that. So they're working all day and then they've got the kids to look after in the evening. They're constantly on the go, man. Constantly on the go. The nervous system is fucking fried. It's fried. It can affect the relationship as well, potentially, because they don't have the time and energy for each other then. So yeah. You can reactivate when needed and deactivate when it's over. So yeah. Anyway, let me go back to the comments. Thingy-majig says thank you. I've already said that. Going here for gangsters. Different name. You look like Dr. Evil Dread. What the fuck? All right then. Australian fella. Sir, you are bald. Wow. Very good. observation that I am bald. Of course. I love myself, man. I love myself. Not in an arrogant way, but in a healthy way, man. Go me for gangsters saying we need freaking sharks with freaking laser beams. Yeah. Maybe like write a letter to the president of your country or whatever and ask for that. Ask for that. Say, we need fucking sharks with laser beams. Get it sorted. And imagine that. It's a hard knock life for us. That's Annie, isn't it? It's a hard knock life. Australian fella, there's a lot of truth in that. It's a hard knock life. It's fucking hard. Linked to the nervous system, mate. Linked to getting burnt out, man. Absolutely, it can be. Gourmet for Gangsters saying somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know what you mean by that. Dale, hi Dale. How are you? My name's Brad. Hi from Northampton. Hi from Lancashire. Hi from Chorley, Lancashire. Dale, how are you? My name's Brad. Nice to meet you, by the way. Gourmet for Gangsters saying you come from a land down under. I don't know what you mean by that. Ilden, I'll call you Ilden. Sorry, I can't read the rest. Hello, man. Hello, Ilden. Nice to meet you, by the way. Gourmet for Gangsters saying good. That's the best way to be. Ilden saying you look like a stand-up guy. I try my best to be. I'm not perfect though. I'm trying my best. Gourmet for Gangsters saying you seem like a solid dude. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you. I try to be. You can't troll a solid dude, unfortunately, no. Well, you can, yeah, I get trolls on here, Gourmet for Gangsters, but it's just water off a duck's fucking back. Doesn't, nah. It's all good. I think life experiences, dealing with shit, dealing with mad shit in my life when I was younger, it just prepares you for this kind of what I'm doing now. This is easy. This is easy mode for me. Dealing with trolls on here is easy mode for me. Ilden saying, what's that teddy bear looking at me like that, bro? This is Timmy, and I've just got him in the fucking background just to keep an eye on all the shit that's going on, Ilden. And yeah, he's got his fucking he's got his cravat on, as you can fucking see, and he's chronically unimpressed. So he does not take shit too kindly. And he's got his little fucking French outfit on as well. So there you go. That's Timmy. I just thought I'd have him in the background, man. Just to keep an eye on all the shit that goes on. There you go. Santa saying, it's just, I suppose, life shouldn't always be so serious as well. It's good to just be silly and joke and not take yourself so seriously all the time as well. Santa's saying land down under, it's Australia. Yeah, it is. Well, I'm not in Australia. Never been. Santa's laughing. Santa's saying Gourmet for Gangster exactly cannot troll Brad. Knocking fuck. No. It's too easy. Gourmet for Gangsters is giving us screw faces, yeah. It's an upside down smile that we've got going on there in the background. I'll keep him in there. Santa's laughing at Timmy. Santa's saying Brad's an amazing guy. Oh, thank you. You're amazing too. Thank you. Ilden saying he's adorable. Yeah, I'd agree. Gourmet for Gangsters saying you're right. He looks lethal. He looks lethal, yes. Zuki saying, oh, haha. Where did you buy that? I want one. Ilden, if you go on to Jellycat, the brand, Ilden, the brand is called Jellycat. So if you look at Jellycat, I'm not sponsored by these people, by the way. I wish I was. I maybe earned some money out of it. 1111 on there, that's brilliant. But it's Jellycat. So if you type Jellycat into Google, they've got their own website, and then you can check out what they've got there. They're well made. They're well made, basically. I'd say that. Gourmet for Gangsters, he's fucking fuming. Yeah, he's constantly on that. Timmy is badass, LOL, Sanders saying. Gourmet for Gangsters, upside down smile, yeah. Ridge Racer saying, I had this conversation with my nan. She said she'll appreciate your 30s because when you're 60, you wish you were 30 again. You fucking will. That's very, 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 very true. And it goes quickly, Ridge Racer. It goes so fucking fast. I had my 43rd birthday in October, and in my head, like, I thought I was still 30. I was thinking I was 32, but I'm not. I'm 43. Yeah. Ilden saying, thank you, man. Sandy saying, Ridge Racer, oh my God, she's so right. Ilden saying, Timmy, it's 50 quid. Yeah, it's not cheap. 50 quid, you could say that's expensive for a plushie or a teddy or whatever you want to call it. Is it worth it? I'd say yes. It's really well made. You get what you pay for, Ilden. I could understand why some people wouldn't want to pay that much for something like that, though. She's saying I have quite a few Jellycats. So yeah, is it worth it? It depends what you want to spend your money on, doesn't it? Chris Lamb, hi Chris, nice to meet you. I think I've seen you on, I might have seen you on here before. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong, Chris. What's my hobby? My hobbies are, this would be a hobby at the moment, Chris. Hobby stroke my business. Obviously I work full time for the NHS, Chris, as a nurse, as a scrub nurse in theatres. What's my hobbies? My hobbies are exercising. I love training, like going on the bike, spinning, weights, circuit training. I love those things. I used to love boxing. I used to do boxing a long time ago. Martial arts I used to do a long, long time ago, but I don't do them now. I used to do triathlons as well, but I don't do them anymore. But currently, I'd like playing chess as well. They're my hobbies. Doing this. And I think one of my hobbies as well is working on myself. Reading. Self-improvement. Anyway, nice to meet you, by the way, Chris. If I've not met you before, forgive me if I've forgotten. Sandy saying, oh, Suki, oh my God, I love them. How many do you have? Tom saying, you're digging a deeper and deeper hole. I am screen recording. Tom, really, lad? Come on. Oh, I'm making a documentary about you. It should be about in about a month or so. I won't be silenced. Really? You won't be silenced. You're going to make a documentary about me? What the fuck, mate? What a waste of time that'll be. You don't even know me. Why? You could be doing something more positive with your time, Tom. Do something for yourself. I made a documentary about some bald guy from fucking Chile that's got like 344 subscribers on YouTube. Why would you do a documentary on me, mate? Fucking hell. Actually, if you do it, I feel honoured that you're doing a documentary about me, mate. Fuck me. Am I that important? Am I fucked? Oh, God. What you're playing there, you're playing Snakes and Ladders and I'm playing chess. That's what you're up against, Tom. Honestly. It does look very well made. Yeah, I'll just show you. Yeah, it's very well made. Bloody hell, yeah, as you can see, that's the Jellycat London sign, if you can see that vaguely. Yeah, it's well made. And that's it. Very soft as well. It's got love lights on the back. It's nice. Anyway. Santa's saying hi or LOL hi, Tom. Would you like to fuck off or shall I remove you? Well said. Santa's saying, Tom, I never wish others bad things, but you better watch yourself. I'm pretty powerful. Oh, it's all right. Hi, Mason. Hello. Welcome back. Hello. Hope you're okay. Tom was saying, I'm reading Tom's quote, it's been removed, but I'll read it anyway. Tom's saying, your temper won't resolve your issues. So never underestimate the power of suggestion. What some people will do, they'll go, oh, you're angry, you. Oh, you look tired. What's up with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you being like that? And you're just completely feeling calm and normal. So they're using the power of suggestion. They're trying to put words in your mouth. A manipulative person will do that. Tom was a fucking great example of that. Keep the comments there, Sandy, because I'm using Tom as an example. Tom Foster 19 that was spewing out that kind of shit. And that's what these kind of people do. They're therefore projecting, just projecting because they're unhappy with themselves. You're going to come across people like this in your life. They're low vibrational. They're insecure. And they've not worked on themselves. They're never accountable. They don't work on themselves. And they're cowards. So they take it out on others just to give themselves some little bit of relief. And if you're an empathetic person that's not worked on themselves, you could internalize their negativity towards yourself, and they can cause you pain. I've come across these people when I was younger, and they've got the better of me. But now I've worked on myself. So like super empath, I've worked on myself. I've read loads of books. I've gone through this fucking trenches, man. So when I come across someone like Tom now, I can easily deal with them. It's such a good place to be. But thanks, Tom, for showing people what not to be. Anyway, Chris is saying I don't think we've met. All right, thanks, Chris. Sorry if I was mistaken, by the way. Sandy's saying, Tom, you're a huge loser. Yeah, well, needs to work. Tom's got a long way to go in life. I don't know if he'll achieve it in this life. Maybe not. Sad. Anyway, Suzuki saying 7 or 8. Have you got? I believe I've got a couple of snow tigers, a fox, a giraffe, a zebra, a wolf with a functional backpack, LOL, and then an older, smaller bunny that I've had since birth. Wow, Zuki, you've got a good collection there. Tom was saying you look like you're about to cry. I'm reading the comments have been moved, but I can see him on here. I look like you're about to cry. Wow, trying, aren't you, Tom? Of course, I'm not going to cry, lad. Are you going to cry? Oh, I've got a good one, Tom. If you're still here, I hope you're still fucking here. Cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. I'll say it again, Tom, this is for you. Cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. And that's what you're being right now. Sandy's then saying, oh my God, wow, Zuki, you're so lucky. Sounds amazing. Tom's then trying to up the ante a little bit. I'm not a puff piece. Let me give you the hot tip. You must be into that stuff then, Tom. Go to another place to find that, Tom, I would say. Go somewhere where you can find people that are like you, when you can enjoy each other. Ridgeway is saying, stick the kettle on then. Nice. Cup of tea or a coffee, is it, Ridge Racer? Antonio. Hi, Antonio. Damn, bro. It's my clothes, bro. It's my clothes. My Sunday jacket. Okay, cool. Santa's saying he's gone. Okay. Zuki's saying it would make an interesting departure from your one current video with both P. Diddy and Russell Brand in it. Sorry, I had to say it. Jordan's saying. I don't know what you mean there, Jordan. Zuki saying, haha. Yeah, I have a massive plushie collection. Definitely believe in the healing power of plushies. Do you know what, Zuki? I'd agree there. You've given me ideas. The healing power of the plushie. That plushie there, let's say, it could be help you to regulate your nervous system. Just to have something there, something to cuddle, something to, something soft, something sensory with regards to the plushie. It could be used to help calm people down or make them feel better. I agree, Zuki. I agree. Anyway. Zuki saying those jelly cats are only about 3 or 4% of my overall collection, so you've got lots of them. And Santa's saying 100% agreed, Zuki. My plushies help me too. Oh, that's nice, man. We're on to something here. We're on to something. Yeah. You might have been on to this years ago, by the way, Zuki, but you're on to something there. Santa's saying, Zuki, I love that for you. Sounds beautiful. Yorick says hi to everyone. Hi, Yorick. How are you? Hope you're okay. One moment, guys. Sorry. My notes are all over the place today. That's that. It is what it is. I'm going to open chat now, guys. I'm going to open chat. I've been doing open chat anyway. I'm just typing something in. I'm going quiet for a moment. There we go. There we go. So, Sandra said hi to Yorick. Zuki saying in part because throughout all home life, general life issues, they're always there, judgment free and holding them, like you say, it's very regulating for the nervous system, helping you to calm down. Absolutely. And you need that when outside stresses are affecting you, impacting you, aren't they? It's hard sometimes, but that can help. Sandra's saying she can't send enough hearts. Yorick's then saying, hey, no, sorry. Zuki's then saying hello to Yorick. Yorick's saying, I was watching Punisher Warzone movie last night. Lots of action. It's a comic book character. Yeah, I've heard of the Punisher before. The Marvel character, should I say. Sandra's saying, Zuki, you're going to make me cry here. My plushies mean a lot to me. Oh. And Jellycat's a really good brand. And obviously they're not the cheapest, but they're better quality. You get what you pay for. So Zuki saying, oh, Sandra, likewise. Sandra's then saying, Zuki, you're such a wonderful person. I agree. Absolutely. Thank you to anyone that's likes and subscribed, by the way. It means a lot. I appreciate you all. Yorick's then saying, Brad, Yorick is from the TV show Why the Last Man HR is the main character. I've not, you know what? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, Yorick, if I'm honest. Let's check that out. Thanks for letting me know, though. Jake saying, bless, we are you, Sander. Bless, as are you, Sander. Thank you to Sander saying thank you to Zuki. Zuki's then saying, I never felt like there were something to grow out of, even with external pressures. Yeah, that's societal pressure. Linked to what I was talking about before with the nervous system. Societal pressure, you're not meant to have those things. You're not meant to have plushies, for example, because they're childish and you should move on from those things. You need to be more grown up, would be the argument that people could present with. But to counteract that, it's okay. As long as I think it's okay to have things such as plushies, for example, to help you regulate your emotions. I don't think they're a bad thing, especially it's okay to have some childlike things in your life. Some people watch cartoons, don't they? Some people play with Lego. Like, you could say that about Lego. You could say Lego is for children only, but adults use it too. Building things with Lego. So these things that we use as kids can be used as adults as well. But it's not just, imagine if you've got plushies, for example, but you've got your life together. You're a responsible, well-rounded individual, and you can have plushies as well in your life. It's okay. But there can be external pressures, Zuki, absolutely, to not have those things, take those things away from you. And then it's knowing yourself enough and being confident enough in yourself to say, actually, no, I like these things, and it's autonomy over your own life, isn't it? Anyway, I'll move on. It's raining here in London. It's cloudy here, Yorick. Ridge Racer saying, I know I made a big deal about being 29, but it generally does affect me. Ridge Racer, it's okay. Honest to God, that's a normal thing when you go to 29. It's like you transit. I remember it myself. And don't discredit what it means to you at this moment in time. If you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a big deal to you. It's like I've worried about things this week, Ridge Racer, and it's probably a first world problem what I've been worried about. You know what I mean? Silly things that I've been worried about or pissed off with. But it's current to me and it means something to me at that moment. So don't discredit what if it's a big deal to you, then I understand. I get it. I get it. I'm not discrediting that either. Jordan saying, Yorick, is it not raining? It's not raining yet in Newcastle. It's not raining yet in Lancashire either, surely. Australian fella. Hi, Australian fella. When did you transition? I'm not into that, mate. Not for me. Are you into that? Australian fella, do you like those? Are you in transition? I'll give you the question right back at you. Yorick saying 2-0, mate. Yeah, Newcastle United. Jordan saying you know it. Sanders saying, Yorick, did you buy the battery charger? Yorick saying Alan Shearer was a legend when he played for Newcastle. Also, Yorick, I remember him when he played for Blackburn. He was great. Really good player. Sanders saying, who gives a crap about what people say? LOL. Absolutely. Live your fucking life the way you want to live it. You're going to get judged no matter what the fuck you're doing. If you do too well, they'll judge you. If you don't do enough, they'll judge you. If you dress really smartly, they'll say you're showing off. If you dress too casually, they say you don't make enough of an effort. Every fucking time. And opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's fucking got one. Fuck them. Exactly. Don't give a crap what people say. If you want plushies, have a plushie. If it makes you feel good, you're not doing anyone any harm. Live your fucking life. I agree. Asha, welcome back, Asha. Hope you're okay. How are you? How are you? You asking? I'm good, thank you, Asha. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Jordan saying I grew up with him play. He sure was about Alan Shearer. You grew up with him, watching him. You were lucky to watch him, really. When he was at I remember him when he was at Blackburn. I've seen him play at Blackburn years ago. Showing my age a bit there. When Blackburn were good then. For a brief couple of years, wasn't it, when Blackburn were good? Decent, should I say. Yeah, so anyway, he was a great player. Suki saying, amen, preach to Sander. You're saying, yes, I did, Sander. I still have receipt. I might take one out to test one out, see how long it lasts. Asha saying, yes, Sander. How are you, Sander? Yes, lad, how are you? Sending love and respect from Asha and Asha. Thank you, Asha. Sander says, hi, Asha, how are you? Ashley says, I'm good to see you. Sending smiles. It's all good. Sandy saying, yes, Yorick, definitely test them out and let us know what they're like. Sandy saying, good to see you too, Asher. Sending love and respect. Jordan saying, Brad, what age would you say that someone has reached the end of their prime days? Wow. What, physically? Jordan, I've shown my age here. Jordan, I remember I used to exercise when I was younger. I used to do boxing and stuff like that in my 20s, and I could train all week and I'd get really cut. I'd have a six-pack. I'd be cut up to fuck in no time, Jordan. Honestly, easy as fuck. But as you get older, it's harder. Prime days, in what physically, I think obviously once you get to like, it's like a footballer really to an extent. Once you get like past 33, 34, then you start to decline physically. I'm 43 now. I'm not as fit as I was. Not as fit. I'm still fit, but I'm not as fit as I was, if you know what I mean. But you're only racing against yourself. So I'd say your prime days go down a little bit as you get older. It's just the way it is. So enjoy your body while you're young, Jordan. I think you're 25, if I remember correctly. So you're in prime age there, mate. Enjoy it. Fucking enjoy that. Make the best of that, mate, honestly. But the good thing about getting older, if you fucking smart enough, if you work, by the sounds of it, Jordan, you sound like you're a very well-rounded, healthy person. If you continue along that trajectory and work on yourself, mentally, your body gets older, but you're mentally stronger. That's the good thing about getting older. If you apply it properly, that's my my point there. Yeah. Anyway, I hope I answered that correctly. Zuki-san saying, when I was a kid, my parents made me put them all in the loft. But then I started just hanging out in the loft, and then suddenly it slowly brought them back down over time until they were all back. Haha. Bit of rebellion there, Zuki. Do you know what? I think it's an old school thing, isn't it? You shouldn't have those things in your life, and they want you to like be more of an adult kind of thing, Zuki, to an extent. Which, you know, there's some truth to that, but you rebelled there. That's good. I like it. You rebelled, and it's working for you, so that's good. Asha's then saying, how's your day been? It's been all right so far, Asha. I'm just doing this. Santa's saying, ha ha ha, love that, Zuki. Larry Badder, are you gay? No, I'm not gay, Larry. Sorry to let you down there, mate. Sorry to disappoint you, Larry, but I'm not. There's nothing wrong with being that, but I'm not. But usually it's projection, isn't it, Larry? Usually it's what people do. When people usually ask others if they're gay, sometimes it's to like, almost like to be more dominant over somebody. That's why they ask. Or a lot of the time it's projection, so they're insecure about being gay themselves, so they ask other people if they're gay, if you know what I mean. So no, I'm not into it. But are you, is the question, Larry? Will you answer that question? Who knows? Zuki's just laughing. Santa says, Ashes, so far so good, thanks, just meal prepping. It's all good. Hello, love. I'm reading the comment. Do you kiss your dog on the lips? No, I do not. Hello, love. I do not kiss dogs on the lips. I think it's minging. Do you do that? Hello, love. San Jose saying, how's your day going? Asha. Yorick says, trolls have entered the chats. Of course they have, Yorick. Of course they have. David says, yo, bro, I'm back. Welcome back, David. Hope you're all right. Asha says, good day, good. Just here. And you, babe. It's all good. Larry's saying Battyman. Battyman. You're the Battyman, Larry. Probably. I'm assuming. You've got a lot to deal with there, Larry. Do you love yourself, Larry? Santa's saying, hello, love. A genuine real question in life. Do you also ask that question? Asha's saying, I'm good, thanks, lad. How's your Sunday going? It's all good. Hello, love, just repeating themselves. Santa's saying they're here today for sure. James Box saying buttered sausage fondly. Oh, dear. Arand says, hello, Arand. How are you? My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. Appreciate you all. Larry's going down that gay route. Larry, I think you've got some thinking to do, some soul searching to do, Larry. Asha's saying, welcome, lad. Santa's saying hello to Aranda. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Johnny says, what is everyone's plans for today? What is everyone else's plans? David's saying, what's up in the back? In the back, what's going on in the back? This is what's going on in the back. That is Timmy. And he's keeping an eye on them fucking trolls, those weirdos that are on about, that are projecting their own insecurities onto others. Yes, this is Timmy. It's a plushie. I've got him in the background. He's got a bald head like me, as you can see, and he's chronically unimpressed. And I've just got him in the background, David. There you go. Sandra's saying, Jordan, I'm going to be doing some meal prepping and maybe do some yoga later. Brilliant, Sandra. You can achieve. That's great. Sandra's saying hi to David. Jordan's saying that sounds interesting. Enjoy. Around just saying, were you a boxer? I wasn't. I did boxing training. I wasn't a boxer per se. I didn't have the fights, but I did a lot of sparring. I used to spar with gypsies as well and get my ass kicked around you. I wasn't a great boxer or anything like that at all. Definitely not. But I used to do the training and I was quite good at it. I was good at it, to be fair. But this is on a novice level, a real amateur level, by the way. And I did it for a while and I really enjoyed it. But not at the moment. Ash is saying, bless you, you're fit, don't worry. As fit as I can be. Jordan, yeah, I'm 25. I'm glad I remembered, Jordan. Ash is saying, Sandra, do you smoke? Ash is then saying, can someone order me a chicken burger? I like chicken burgers. Ash is saying, I like your accent, lad. Well, thank you, Asher. Dawn saying, hi, Dawn, how are you? Hope you're doing all right. I know you might not follow the rugby, but you beat England, you beat us yesterday in rugby union, you were far better. Anyway, saying, hi, I can't stay today, I'm going riding. No worries, Dawn, enjoy your riding, enjoy your fucking day, and make the most of it, as I'm sure you will do. That's your passion and your hobby, isn't it? Enjoy. Zuki saying hello to Dawn. Dawn says hello to Zuki. Jordan saying, who do you think is going to win in the Six Nations? Jordan, I think it's going to be France. It could change, though, you know. It could change. I think it's going to be France, if I'm honest. I think they're the best team by far. I think they're going to win it. David saying, so, bro, how's your day been? Day so far, so good, David. I'm doing this, mate. I'm just talking to you guys. I really enjoy doing this, man. I really enjoy it. Dave's saying I'm all right, mate. Dr. Coma, are you part of the Skinhead gang or a similar organisation? No, my fuck. I'm not part of this gang or organisation. No, I'm not. I've just got a skinhead because I was going bald and I got rid of all my hair and it just looks better without it, Dr. Coma. That's why I'm not affiliated to a gang. That's not my life. That's more of a prison life, isn't it? No, I'm not part of that shit. Not for me, thank you. Darren O'Sullivan is saying, I was snubbed, not by the leader of the Nazis, but by the President of the United States. He didn't even send me a telegram. Jesse Owens, 1938. Jesse Owens. Thank you for sharing that, Darren. I hope you're okay. My name's Brad, by the way. Nice to meet you. Nanny. Yay. Hello, caught you live. Long time. Yeah. Welcome back, Nanny. Hope you're okay. Boiling Frog says, skinheads have a look about them. He's no skinhead. No, I'm not. I've got a skinhead, but I'm not a skinhead, should I say. No. Dreamy Jew. Hi, Dreamy Jew. Brad, why do some people struggle to move on from past relationships, even when the other person has already moved on? Dreamy Jew, I'm just going to share that. Thank you. I'm going to pin that because it's a really good question, Dreamy Jew, and it's very thought-provoking, and I'm going to try to answer it the best I can. So let me read. You're saying, Brad, why do some people struggle to move on from past relationships even when the other person has already moved on? There's a lot of different reasons for that. Let me think. So you're with a partner, you love them, you think they love you, or they love you to begin with, and then they move on and they don't want to be with you anymore and they reject you. And then if they get with somebody else, but you've not moved on. You've not moved on. So it's a lot of it's coming from a deep, probably coming from, if I'm going to be honest, Dreamy Jew, not that, this is my perception and my opinion. You don't have to agree with this, by the way. Let me think. It's because of probably insecurity. Maybe imagine you've been single for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you get with someone. It's like, yes, I've got with someone. I've got a partner. It's amazing. I've been on my own for years, and this person's come into my life, and it's perfect. And then they've never had anyone before that. They've got a low sense of self. They're insecure potentially. They might be a really nice person as well at the same time, but they just fucking don't have a high opinion of themselves. They've also all of a sudden they've got in a relationship. They're in love, and then that person leaves them. And they can't move on from it, and they think I think it comes from insecurity and lack of self-love. That's why someone won't move on from a relationship potentially. There's probably much more to it than that, Dreamy Jew, as well. I'd like to think. Can anyone? I've shared the comment of Dreamy Jew, what Dreamy Jew shared there. Very interesting question. Thank you for asking that question. It's very interesting. I think there's a lot of self-work, inner work needed to be done. And if you've not got on from a past relationship that you've been dumped and it's not nice. It's horrible, man. I've been there. And it's took me a while to recover from that rejection, the pain of rejection. And there's a grieving process. And also, Dreamy Jew, imagine you're with somebody and they don't want to be with you. It's like they've died, but they've not. It's weird. If someone rejects you, they cheat on you, they go with somebody else, they don't want to be in a relationship with you, it's like they've died, but they've not. That's how I'd explain it. And then maybe you're holding on, hoping to get that person back because you've never been in a relationship before. It's your first ever relationship. You've got a low sense of self and you're hoping that they'll come back to you maybe. And the truth is that they don't. If someone doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you, and you're just going to move on, man. It's hard though, Dreamy Jew. It's fucking hard. It takes time. I think working on yourself, doing the hard road will take you home, is what I'd like to say to that. Anyway, I hope I've answered that. I hope I've answered that as well as I can. I might be missing elements there. I don't know the full story of that. Timmy is the anti-Larry? Question mark. Timmy is the anti-Larry. I don't know what the anti-Larry is. Can you explain? One moment. I'm just putting him back. He's just keeping an eye on proceedings. Jimmy Jew said, and do you think it's healthy to keep talking about an ex when they're already with someone else? Definitely not healthy, Jimmy Jew. Sometimes, though, you've got to get it off your chest. I remember being cheated on when I was in my early 20s, Dreamy Jew, and I was fucking devastated. I was fucking young as fuck. I was insecure as fuck. I was not compass mentis. I didn't know myself. I hadn't done the soul searching yet. I was 18, 19. I was fucking so young. And I was heartbroken, and it fucking hurt like fuck. The rejection really hurt. And I used to talk about my ex at the time. I was really young then. It's a long time ago, this. And I must have fucking annoyed people with it. Because a problem shared is a problem halved, isn't it, Dreamy Jew? And you're trying to make sense of it, and you talk about it with others so they can try and understand you. And it does help to an extent. It's not healthy though. It's healthy for a short amount of time, Dreamy Jew. It's good to share your problems and process them, but not if you're doing it forever and ever, years and years, there gets to a point where it's not healthy at all. You need to move on. You need to accept. It's also, Jimmy Jew, I've just thought something. Basically, if you've not got over your ex, you're not accepting the situation. You've not fully accepted it. You've not fully accepted the fact that they don't want to be with you. You've not fully accepted it. You're clinging on potentially for something that's maybe coming. That's it. And the grieving process, like I said, when someone doesn't want to be with you, it's like they're dead. That person's not in your life anymore. It's like they've died and you've not moved on. You've not accepted it. Grieving process. To move on from a grieving process of a live person or a dead person over a situation, the key is to accept it. Are you ready to accept it is the question. Not about you, but about whoever you're talking about. Anyway, I hope I answered that well. Jordan saying, Jimmy Jew, I still talk about one of my exes who's with someone else. It's hard to move on. Which I don't think it will be easy to move on from. So I know how you feel. Jordan, thank you for sharing that. It's hard to move on. I remember being rejected when I was younger. It really fucking hurt me, honestly. Really, really fucking fucked me up. And for years after, it affected me. It took me a while to get over it. Captain Pringles, mini-me. There you go, mini-me. I laugh at myself, whatever. I'm biting my little finger, what the fuck. Santa says hi to Dawn. Aspire and conquer. Your hair looks good, bro. Do you know what? Aspire and conquer. Thank you. Santa's saying, miss you, Dawn. Santa's saying, hope you're doing well. Tamo Shanta. Hello, Tamo Shanta. What is an ambivert? An ambivert, you've got introvert. Introvert likes being on their own. Introvert finds that they recharge with solitude. They love being on their own. They like small groups. They prefer deeper conversations. amongst other things, an introvert. They get drained by being in big groups, social groups. An introvert will be. An extrovert will be someone who loves talking, gets energized by being in a big group. They're out there. That's the way they are. An ambivert is something in between. An ambivert is a mixture of introvert and extrovert. It's in the middle, which I'd like to think that I'm in. I think a lot of people are in that. So that's what an ambivert is. So I like to be around people. I like to speak sometimes, but I also like time on my own, if you get what I'm saying. That explains that very briefly. Jonathan's saying, Brad, I hope that this is a good question for you, but what was the best live stream you've ever done? Good question. The most fruitful one was I talked about narcissism, narcissistic behavior. It depends on what you're looking at, Jordan. What's the best stream I ever did? The one that I did on Friday night was a really good one, in my opinion. Some of them are really good. Some of them get me loads of views and loads of subscribers, which you could deem as good. But some of them, it depends on the conversation really as well. Depends on which way you look at it and the interactions. My most successful one was one that I talked about narcissism. It's up and down though, mate, Jordan. David's saying, right, mate, I've got to go because I've got a call. See you. Bye, David. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Aranja saying, what's your favourite team in football? In the Premiership, it would be Liverpool, but otherwise Bradford City, mainly because I played FIFA career mode once. I'd say my team will be Blackburn Rovers, if I'm honest, but they're not a Premiership team. My favourite Premiership team, I don't really have one. I just watch it. Did you ever watch The Sopranos when it's hot? I've seen the whole seats, all of the episodes. Ridge Racer. What a great program that was. What a great series that was. Sopranos was brilliant. I've seen it. It was amazing. Aranja saying being bald doesn't necessarily make you bad looking. Some people look good bald, like Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Johnny Sins. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for that. Yorick saying like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, Yorick. Please like and subscribe if you can do, guys. I appreciate you all. Just sending out some appreciation. Nanny saying, what's your take on the Epstein case and those documents? Nanny, it's really fucking interesting. It's very dark. It's very horrible. It's horrible. To be honest, I'm not going to be able to give an educated perspective on that because I've not looked at it all. I've only briefly glanced over it, Nanny. What can you actually, because of my lack of knowledge, Nanny, can you share, please, what your opinions are? Because I need to look at that. I need to look at it, Nanny. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. But I don't want to say anything because I don't know much about it. I know that there's a lot of horrible things that have occurred involving a lot of famous people that is disgusting. I know that, but I don't know the full documentation. I've not read through it. Dreamy Jew saying, honestly, I'm really impressed. That was incredibly wise. Oh, thanks, Dreamy Jew. Thank you. It's hard though, Dreamy Jew. Right? Imagine your friend is going through relationship problems. You can give them. You're not emotionally connected to it, so it's easy to give that wisdom. It's easy to give that. Do you know what? Do this. Whatever. Give the best advice in the world. But when you're in the situation yourself and you're emotionally connected to someone, it's much harder to deal with. Logic doesn't always apply when there's love involved or deep feelings involved. It takes a lot longer to process. It's not easy. Time is the greatest healer. Not always, but a lot of the time. Nanny's saying it took me 6 years to move on. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And that rejection feeling, that feeling like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I've done my best. I've shown as much love towards that person that I can. I've given everything. I've been all in on that person. I've been the best version of myself I could be, and I'm still not enough. And they've gone for somebody else, and that can fucking hurt like fuck. That hurts to the core, that. But that pain can help you grow and move on. It can help you improve. It can help you become a better person. If you choose to do that. It's fucking hard, though. Emotional pain is a fucker. It is. It really is. Anyway, I'm sure you guys know about that one in your own way. Jordan's saying, I still talk about one of my exes, but it's for a good reason. What's the good reason then, Jordan? Do you know what, Jordan? It's better to love and have lost, because some people don't get it ever. Some people don't end up with anyone all their lives. They don't never experience it. Sandra's saying, Brad, do you think a rebound relationship can work and be a forever one? Yes, I think it could happen, Sandra. A rebound relationship could work out. I think a lot of the time it doesn't, because it's a rebound. Someone gets cheated on, they get rejected, and then they go for somebody else as soon as they can, just to fill that void. There's a chance that person could be the one for them, but because what's a rebound relationship? You're coming from a place. If you come from a place of desperation, desperate people make desperate decisions, and those desperate decisions are high risk, aren't they, to not work out? In my opinion, I don't know what everyone else thinks about that. Around just saying, damn, never really had my hands down in the relationship game. And it can feel like a game as well sometimes. Oh, it's a minefield out there. It really is, for men and for women in different ways. Sandra's asking, Jordan, what's your reason? Jordan said we would have had a daughter together. And the time when me and her were at our lowest, when we felt like nothing, but we were still friends though. Sandra's saying Brad is good looking. Oh, thanks, Sandra. I'll take that. Around just saying, gotta go. I almost forgot I have exams. Laughing my ass off, bro. But subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing your perspectives, Aranja, and everybody else. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. And good luck with your exams. I don't know if you're still here, but what exams are you studying for? It's good that you're putting the work in. Sandra's also wishing you the best of luck with your exams. It's not always luck as well. You create your own luck. If you put the work in, it prepares you for it, doesn't it? Definitely does. Studying can be it can be painful, can't it? You've got to force yourself to read things sometimes. It's stressful, but you get a result at the end of it. I'm just going quiet for a moment. But going back to Dreamy Jew's question there, why do people struggle to move on from past relationships? It can really hinder you going up. You could have as well. What happens is sometimes is you can get a really imagine a really healthy young man, let's say, really healthy young guy, falls in love, really good person, does his best and gets cheated on or rejected. That young man or person can then get hurt and get burnt. And then they think, oh, I don't want to feel that ever again. I don't want to go through that rejection ever again. And then they become a bit of a player then. They do to others what was done to them. So they never really can. This person was a really good person to begin with, healthy person, wanted a healthy relationship, get burnt by the woman, for example, just an example of this. And then they become the player. So they don't ever get connected to anyone because of the fear of rejection. They don't want to experience that again. And they end up being just going out there having one night stands, fucking around literally, and never get any deep relationships because they're scared of it. That's what can happen to people sometimes. Jonah's saying this might sound crazy, but sometimes I think my sister is my daughter reincarnated because she's all for me, but not for her mother. LOL. What was I going to say? Yeah, I remember you saying, Jordan, that she's well, yeah, I could see why you'd see that. Your sister is a lot younger than you, if I remember correctly, by approximately 20 years, I think. She's all for you. She has a connection to you then, Jordan. That's beautiful, mate. That's really, really good that your younger sister, much younger sister, has got that connection to you. Well, if you believe in spirits and things like that, then that I can see why you might think that. I don't think you're crazy, by the way. I don't think you're crazy, but I think it's a really good connection that you've got there. Something that I'm sure you're already cherishing that and approaching that in a great way. Hughes Pipes, you look like Patches from Elden Ring. Elden Ring is anime, isn't it? I don't know who Patches is, by the way. Patches, who the hell's that? Hughes Pipe. Nice to meet you, by the way. My name's Brad. I can't picture what that person looks like, that character looks like, Hughes Pipe, by the way. But I do know Elden Ring. I've heard of Elden Ring, and I know that it's anime, manga, or whatever you want to call it. So she's connected to you. Wow. And not your mum. It's mad how who we were connected to sometimes. You can't force things either, in my opinion, with the relationships, connections that we have with family, or that we don't have with family. You can't force things, man. Things just shouldn't happen naturally. If you try to force things in life, relationships, like you could meet somebody and you just don't connect. You just don't have on the same frequency. And another one as well is like, imagine if you're a guy, right? You're with a girl, but she's got trauma in the past. She likes the bad boys. She likes the bad guys. You know what I mean? The bad boys, let's say that. She's attracted to those types of people. No matter how good you are as a person, she's not going to like you. She's not going to be connected to you. She's going to go for the bad boy. That's what happens sometimes as well with regards to rejection, that I was on about. And if someone's meant to be in your life, they will be. And if they're not, they won't be. They just won't. It doesn't align. If it doesn't align, it doesn't fit, then it's just not going to work. Anyway, Jordan's then saying, I cherish it every day since she was born. She was born during COVID. My mental health was really bad at the time because I couldn't see her 5 weeks after she was born. I got to meet her and my heart melted for finally meeting her, and she's changed my life in so many ways. Wow. That's amazing, mate. That's fucking amazing. Nanny's then saying, amazing, Jordan. Thank you for sharing, by the way. Nanny's then saying, the more you look into it, the more disturbing it gets. With so much false information mixed in, it's hard to distinguish the truth from the false. But whatever the truth is, it's terrifying. Interesting. A lot of false information mixed in. It's hard to distinguish the truth from the false. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be clouded, can't it? It can be, yeah. The truth within you, the truth. Are you on about the truth within you, Nanny? Is that what you mean? The truth hurts, I know that. The truth can also set you free, though. Can you elaborate a bit more, Nanny? Interesting. I'm trying to think. Sorry, man, I'm losing my train of thought. All right, thank you, Yorick. Sorry, Nanny. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, you're on about the thing, the Epstein files. Wow, yeah. Thank you, Nanny. Thanks, Yorick, for correcting me there. Epstein files. So the more you look into it, the more disturbing it gets. And there's so much false. It's hard to. It's terrifying. Or it's like looking at the layers to all the corruption. We're on about the Epstein files there. It's interesting as hell, but really, really dark. It's awful, isn't it? I bet there's a lot of guilty people involved in that shit as well. I don't think it's just in modern times either. I think it goes back years and years and years, even before Epstein. That type of. Is it part of humanity, the dark side of humanity? One could argue, yes. just going quiet for a moment, guys. Of course, this is just a community-led live. My name is Brad, if anyone doesn't know my name. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I do talk about other things, self-improvement related, but obviously now I'm just going through the comments. It's community-led as we speak. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. Nanny's saying you start asking questions now. John is saying, Brad, should you ever do a live stream about the X-Files, such as extraterrestrials and what the US government is hiding from the world? Yeah, conspiracy theories, basically, Jordan. Some of those conspiracy theories could be true. It's interesting. Maybe I could do that at some point. I need to do my research, though, to be able to give an educated response to things, I'd say. I think there's a lot of illusions in the world, man. Let's say that. You're saying X-Files was a great show, Mulder and Scully. Yeah, X-Files was a great show. It was the mid-90s, wasn't it, Yorick? Ridge Racer, do you know what? I'm going to pin your comment. Best biscuit for dunking in your cuppa. Good question. Good point. I'd say a hobnob biscuit. Or a digestive. The chocolate digestives are good as well, but they melt. It depends on how they melt. And if you end up with loads of bits in the bottom. What's your answer, Ridge Racer, is the question. Back to you. Bob is then saying, in Dutch they say, kanker stront automobilist. I don't know what that means. Might be something really rude, but I don't know, Bob. What does that mean? You're saying dark chocolate digestives to dunk in the tea. Leeds United is on Sky Sports. Who are they playing, Davis, is the question. Jordan saying, I know it was before my time, but I enjoyed watching it. When I was first watched it, I thought Scully was stunning. Yeah, I'd agree. You're saying she was indeed, absolutely. She's in a lot of films recently, hasn't she? She's a really good actor. She's a lot older now, of course. Ridge Racer is saying, I like Biscoffs. Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a good shout, actually, Ridge Racer. I didn't think of them. They're a really good shout. And the shape of them as well, they're easy to dunk in because they're quite narrow, aren't they? That shape, or rectangle shape. Ryan Pledger says moist. What a word. I've read it though, Ryan. There you go. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Moist. And Jordan saying, I don't drink tea, but I love dunking chocolate chip cookies into milk. Dreamy Jew, definitely Hotel Chocolat biscuits of the gods. Short Dreamy Jew. Yeah, absolute. Hotel Chocolat is brilliant, isn't it? That's some high end biscuits there, Dreamy Jew. Yeah, actually, I'm agreeing with Dreamy Jew there. If you're going down that road, I didn't even think of those. I was thinking of the bog standard ones there. I've never had a Hotel Chocolat biscuit. Anyway, I've had hot chocolate from them before, though. It's really nice. And I've got some chocolates in there, actually, that I've not tried. I got them for Valentine's Day, but I've not eaten them yet. The Barnyard. You blatantly have a paddling pool in your bedroom, which is full of slime that you sit in watching Broadback Mountain. That's a very, very well elaborated way of saying that somebody's gay, isn't it? The Barnyard. Oh, it's very, very creative of you. Are you into that kind of thing? Santa's then saying, yeah, but the timing of dipping the biscuit is crucial. So we're getting a bit scientific now, Sander. If you stay there too long, you're screwed. Yeah, you are. You're in deep waters there. If you've got a cup of tea or whatever, you're dipping your fucking biscuit in there, it's going to melt and break up. And then it gets a bit messy, doesn't it, Sander? You're right. There's and it depends on the consistency of the biscuit. How quickly does it break up? There's a science to this, almost. Bob Smith is saying, can we have a big shout out for Georgie? He's currently suffering from a come down hangover. Oh, Bob Smith, big shout out to Georgie. Do you know what, Bob Smith? I used to take drugs when I was in my 20s, and I've experienced some fucking awful come downs, man. I really have. It's not nice. It's self-inflicted, don't get me wrong, but it's awful. Hangovers are horrible. I don't drink anymore, hardly ever. Big thank you, by the way, guys. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. Just sending out some appreciation there. You're saying, ha ha ha, Sander. Your biscuits melts away into the tea. So annoying. So relatable though. So understandable. Davis saying Birmingham Football Club and it's half time. What's the score, Davis? Is it 0-0? I'm guessing. Sandra's saying, oh my God, I really need to try the Hotel Chocolat biscuits. I love the hot chocolate and chocolate. Hotel Chocolat is just, it's like a premium chocolate, isn't it? Jordan's asking what's the score to Davis. 0-0, I guessed. Yes, Davis. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know, Davis. Sandra's saying, yes, Yorick, LOL. And if you stay not long enough, you have a really hard biscuit. I'm still talking about biscuits, by the way, laughing my ass off. Yeah. The Barnyard saying, I know someone who actually does that. That's where I got it from. Wow, that's crazy. Barnyard. That's mad. It's funny. I'll see the funny side of that. Jordan's saying, who do you reckon is going to win? Leeds 1-0. I'm just guessing though, mate. Davis is agreeing with me, Leeds. Jordan's saying, I'll say 3-1 to Birmingham or Leeds or Jordan? Yorick saying, I need to make a short of what they try. What tray biscuit melts away into tea and a screaming sound, shouting no in the background. Yorick, you're very creative. Go for it. Yeah, make it really dramatic as well, Yorick. Your little short that you're going to do. Ridgeverse is saying the structural integrity of a biscuit is definitely important. Yeah, the structural integrity. How long is it going to last in that tea? How hot the tea is as well is going to influence that as well. Sanders saying people who refer to other people as gay are usually either closeted, latent gays, or really insecure about themselves and emotions, or both, LOL. Do you know what, Sander? Bang on. That's usually the case. People who, I'm reading it again because it's so true. People who refer to other people as gay are usually either closeted themselves, latent gays themselves, or really insecure about themselves and emotions. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what that is. It's like the emotional maturity of like a 12-year-old. People that say that to others as well. Jordan's saying Yorick, like that dude with the cookie and milk and the Titanic theme in the background saying, come back. Yorick, you're very creative, by the way. Go for it. Do it. I'm sure you'll do it. I like your ideas. Yorick saying exactly, Sander. Davis saying, shit, am I going to miss my buzz? Don't miss your buzz, Davis. Yorick saying, yes, Jordan, that sounds well good. Jordan saying, if you do one to the Titanic theme. Jordan saying to Leeds, Brad, so you think it's going to be 3-1. I think it's going to be 1-0 to Leeds. Let's see what happens. Barnyard, what do you think the Arsenal-Wigan score will be? 2-0 Arsenal. I'm guessing here though, mate. Leeds, Wigan aren't good, are they? Arsenal are doing really well. Obviously, the top of the league. Jorick's laughing. David says, don't know. Jordan's going 5-0 for Wigan. But realistically, it's going to be 4-1 to Arsenal. Yeah. Bonya's saying it's 5-1 to Arsenal. It's going to be 5-1. Wigan are way off what they used to be. They were never great, but they used to be more competitive, didn't they, in the Premiership a long time ago. Do you remember the game where they beat Man City 1-0 in the FA Cup? I think they got relegated that year as well. But they won the FA Cup, beat Man City, which probably wouldn't happen now. Davis is saying, I missed it. Jordan's asking, Brad, do you have any questions for us? I don't. I'll try and think of some. Davis is saying, now I have to get a taxi. The Barnyard says they won me money in the cup final. I had 1-0 to Wigan. The Barnyard, that's an outside bet, that wasn't it? Because they weren't the favourites at all. Their team was way off as well. Man City, when Wigan beat them in the FA Cup final years ago, they were way off. How much money did you win, Barnyard? Is the question. How much did you win? I can't think of any questions, Jordan. Sorry. I'm trying to think. One might come to me as we go along. Davis is saying there's another bus coming. Where are you going to, Davis? Where are you getting the bus to? Are you going to work? Is the question. Okay, Jordan, thanks. Who do you think is going to get relegated from the Premiership and who's going to get promoted from the Championship? I'm trying to think. I don't think Tottenham will, but they could do. I don't know who's going to get promoted, Jordan. To be honest, Jordan, I don't follow it as deeply as I used to, so you might be able to answer that better than I can. It's not going to be Blackburn Rovers to get promoted. I know that. Julie, hi, Julie. How are you? My name's Brad, by the way. Nice to meet you. Good morning from Canada. Whereabouts in Canada are you from, Julie? Davis saying no, Bradford. Nope. I'd agree with you there, Davis. Jesse saying my sister is trans and now she's pregnant. Okay. But I don't want our child to be gay. Who should pay for the abortion? Jesse, that's very controversial. Probably made up, but I'll read it anyway. My sister's trans and now she's pregnant. Okay. You don't. I'm not answering that, Jesse, buddy. That's just really twisted. Anyway, Jordan's saying, good morning, Julie. Thanks. The Barnyard saying Forest, Wolves, and Burnley to go down. That would be the more likely outcome. It's always interesting, though, and they lose so much money. I was watching something on that note. I forgot who it was. It was like an ex-Man United goalkeeper. I forgot his name, sorry. And he was speaking about what happens to players' wages when they get relegated from the Premiership. And he said, you're looking at a 50% reduction of your wages if you're in a Premiership team. They're still millionaires, though, I'm sure, but they get a massive pay cut. The players I'm on about, from going from the Premiership to the Championship. Anyway, you're from Northern British Columbia. Amazing. Wow. What was I going to say? How's life in Canada, Julie? How's life in Canada is the question. I'm from, I live near Manchester in England as a point of reference. Not in Manchester, about 30 miles away. Jonathan saying Wolves, Burnley and Sunderland. I think I might have read that. The Barnyard says Middlesbrough are going to be coming up, I think. Hopefully Coventry come up and Millwall win playoffs. Millwall have not been in the Premiership for a long, long, long time, or the top league, have they? Let's see. I'm just relaxing for a moment now, guys. Just going with the flow. Jordan said, I'm only saying Sunderland because I hate the derby days already. Why? Jordan, do you not enjoy the derby days, though? Do you not think they're better? I remember Blackburn and Burnley, that's a derby day. And this is going back years ago. And the towns would be busy. Everyone would be busy and be buzzing. And obviously there's hate there. There's like a love-hate thing. I think it really adds to the intensity of the atmosphere, and it makes it more meaningful and special, even though there's hate there. That's my perspective on derbies. They make it more enjoyable to an extent. Depends which way you look at it. The boy you're saying, right, that's killed some time. Off down the Arsenal now. Are you going to watch the game, Barnyard? Is the question. Is there a game on? Jordan's saying not really, because Sunderland battered us every league I can think of, and the only time Newcastle won was in the a few seasons ago. So you've been on the receiving end of being beaten by them. I get it. Cup games, sorry. No worries, Jordan. I get you. You go to pretty much every game. What's Arsenal? It's not cheap for a season ticket there, Barnyard. They're doing really well. I hope they don't throw it away. I'm neutral to all these teams, by the way. But Arsenal have been up there for the last few seasons, haven't they? Last few years, last 3-4 years. Forgive me if I'm getting that wrong, Barnyard. And they've been right at the top, like close to winning the league, and they've just thrown it away. So I hope they don't do the same this year. Anyway, the quiet one. Welcome back, the quiet one, 1111. How are you? Happy Sunday back to you. I hope you're doing okay. How's your week been? How are you doing? I hope that you're okay. David says, okay, I'm going to look at the goal, okay? Jordan's then saying, I'd rather watch F1, to be honest. Roll on 8th of March when it's the first race. Fair enough, Jordan. I like watching that too. It'd be interesting to see what happens this year, like we've talked about a few days ago, with regards to F1. The boy here saying my season ticket is £1,300 in the upper. Wow, that's not cheap. Do you know what, the Barnyard, Blackburn Rovers season ticket, I know they're a lot shitter than Arsenal, a lot worse than Arsenal. It's about £300 approximately for a season ticket at Blackburn Rovers. Obviously, the quality of the football is a huge difference between Blackburn Rovers and Arsenal, but that's not cheap, mate. I bet you're watching them when they're good though, so enjoy, man. Enjoy. I'm assuming that you're really passionate and that you enjoy that, so that's good. Jordan saying, wasn't Roberts in the Premiership around 2010? Yes, they were. Yeah, they were. They were decent then. They weren't great, but they were okay, let's say, until they got relegated, and then they'd not come back up. The quiet one, 1111. I'm doing well. Just watching the reactions to the drop of the Epstein files. So you're bringing it up as well. I really need to look at that quiet one. You're the second person to mention that today. It's interesting, isn't it? It's dark. It's twisted. It's not nice, but it's interesting. Boy, you're saying I missed the Blackburn away games. It was always a fun away day. Why did you like it? The dude 420, Danny McCaskill, really fell off. The dude 420. Hello, my name's Brad. Nice to meet you, by the way. Can you elaborate on that? On what you just said? No pressure, by the way. John is saying, asking, what's your thoughts on Japanese Zen music for relaxation? I can't really speak specifically about Japanese Zen music. I probably heard it, but I can't picture it in my mind. However, I can talk about having relaxing music. I think it helps regulate your nervous system. Calm music. The vibrations, the sound makes would regulate your nervous system, would calm you down. So I'm assuming that Japanese Zen music would be similar to that. So my thoughts on it are, it'd be very positive for you. Even if you just put it on in the background, it's going to help. Leeds United got a goal, so it's 1-0. Thanks, Davis, for sharing that. Yeah, 1-0. So yeah, originally my live was about talking about the nervous system, but I've just gone to this now. Anyway. Borneo saying, I've enjoyed the train journeys. The pub by the ground was always decent. Can't remember the name of it. All those games like Blackburn, Bolton, Wigan were always decent. Oh, thanks for sharing that. That must have been a few years ago when you played Bolton. God, Bolton are way off now. They're absolutely shite. Like they're Wigan or two. Blackburn aren't great. Years ago, though, they would be in the Premiership, as I'm sure you know, Barnyard. You must be a true fan if you're going to the away games as well. You must be all in. Do you still go to the away games now, the Barnyard, is the question. Jonah saying, I listen to it every night before bed and it helps me refresh the brain and sleep well. That's a really good habit you've got there. Especially if you've had a busy day or a hectic day, you're trying to slow the brain down, slow the thought process down, re-regulating your nervous system there with that, Jordan. It's great. Amazing. Thanks for sharing. And you're just trying to get yourself calm before you go to sleep. Very wise, very smart thing to do. Davis is saying, I'm so happy. Are you a Leeds fan then, Davis, as a Yorick saying, is the ex-United keeper you talking about Peter Schmeichel? No, it's not. It's a lesser-known one that was talking about. I forgot his name. He played for West Brom as well, and I forgot his name. He's a lesser-known Man United goalkeeper, much lesser-known than Peter Schmeichel. And he was speaking about, he was at West Brom and they got relegated, and he said his wages would drop. The wages they were offering him, he was given... They reduced his wage by 50%. It might be Richardson. So I forgot the name. Forrest. I can't remember. The name. It probably is Yorick. No, it wasn't. Yorick's saying they never had a keeper as good as him. Again, true. De Gea was close, but no cigar. De Gea was great. They got rid of him. The stupid decision, in my opinion, De Gea to get Man United to get rid of that player was dumb. Anyway, Jens Lehmann, no, it's not. Jordan, I'm sorry, I can't remember this person's name. He played for England. He played for West Brom. He played for United, but never really got in their team. Ben Foster. Ben Foster is the one. Ben Foster I was talking about. Thanks, Yorick. Onana was shocking. Yeah, they paid a lot of money for him, and they got rid of a really good player, consistent player of the year, De Gea. In a lot of seasons, he was player of the year, and they got rid of him, and then they just bought someone that was Onana, who was bad. He'd just parry the ball, wouldn't he? He wouldn't catch it. He'd push it back out, so back into the danger zone. Yeah, so Ben Foster, who that's the one who was talking about what happens to Premiership players when they get what's it called? When a team gets relegated, yeah. So Ben Foster, yes. The cycling goalkeeper, yes. Jordan, correct. We got there eventually. Thanks for your help. Mr. White, hi, Mr. White. Mr. White saying Onana slipped on the banana. Yeah. Pretty much. Jordan saying Onana was like Karius for Liverpool against Real Madrid in that Champions League final. Yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah. I remember that. It was a good few years ago. The final, the Real Madrid and Liverpool final. And yes, he basically cost it. They didn't see him there again, did they? He was gone after that. Karius I'm on about. Anyway. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. I've just gone to open chat, guys. And yeah. was talking about the nervous system before. I think I've covered it. Yeah. Anyway. Do you want to say? Oh, 1 minute. Ablin GG. Rich T is best with a cuppa. Okay, Ablin GG. Yeah, it works. I get why you choose that. DJP 67. DJP 67. I don't know what to do with that, but there you go. Jordan's saying, I've met Foster when he used to play for Watford. When he used to come up to Newcastle, he's a nice, chirpy bloke. Yeah, he appears, Jordan, I'd agree with that. I don't know him personally, of course, but he appears to be a very well-rounded, decent person. I'd agree with you there. How did you meet him, is the question. What was the situation? Noah is saying, hi, Noah. How are you? I think I've seen you on here before. I hope you're okay. Davis saying the zombies. You're in a game, aren't you, Davis? You've got to be. If there's zombies going on. Ablin GG, are you a Bradfordian? My name's Brad, but I'm not from Bradford. I'm from a town called Darwin, which is near Blackburn. That's where I was born. I was born in Blackburn, basically. Went to school in Blackburn. But I live in Chorley now. You playing a game? What game are you playing, Davis? Walmart? What do you mean Walmart? Walmart is an American supermarket, isn't it? Mad. It's mad in America. I don't know if you're from America or not, is basically you go to Walmart, which is like the equivalent of Tesco or Asda. You go there, you buy your bread, you buy some eggs and bacon or whatever you're fucking buying, and then you can just get yourself a shotgun as well. It's crazy. You can buy guns from the supermarket and amongst so many other things. Jonathan saying in the second half, he was in the goal at the Gallagher end, and I was right behind him at full time. I asked him for his autograph as I followed him on YouTube, and instead of giving you an autograph, he gave me his gloves. What a good guy, man. That's a good guy. That's a good man. That's a good person. Absolutely a good person. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Anthony, straight out the park, you there, aren't you? Slaphead. I've got a bald head, yeah. I've got a bald head. How are you, Anthony? How's your day going? I'm trying to be kind here, Anthony. Hope that you can do the same. Are you able to do the same? The quiet one. Take care, my friend. Much love. Thanks, good quiet one. I was speaking about regulating the nervous system before the quiet one, but I've ended that now. I'm just going with the comments the best I can in present time. I think I've got to think about my own energy here as well. It is what it is. I'm where I am. Let's say that much. Mr. White is asking, when was you last at OT? What's OT, Mr. White? Mr. White, what's OT? Please let me know. I don't know what OT is, and then I'll try and answer the question. I'll try and elaborate on it. When was the last at Old Trafford? I've been to Old Trafford a few times. I've never seen a football game there, believe it or not. I follow rugby league and rugby union, and I've seen, the last time I was at Old Trafford was a good few years ago. I watched New Zealand against Australia, which is rugby league. It was like a World Cup final for rugby league. It must have been 7-8 years ago. I think the stadium is it's a big stadium, it's a massive club, but the stadium is really fucking run down. They've really not invested in it. And I remember seeing it 8 years ago, and it was run down as fuck. It was bad. Bad. They should invest in that. They're meant to be the most financially rich club in the world. You could argue with that one. But let's say they're the biggest club in the world. They're not the best club in the world, but they're the biggest. And the lack of investment is just it's not good, is it? Sorry, you thought this was a United channel, Mr. White. It's not a United channel. No, it's really not. It's not, mate. But today we're talking about football, which is fine. And Jordan's saying the Glazers don't give a toss about the stadium, only money from the fans. Yeah, they're just bleeding it to fuck. It's like killing it from the inside out, really. Behind the scenes, just sucking all the life out of it. Greed and corruption and selfishness. I get people need to make money in business, but it goes beyond that, doesn't it? And they won't care. They won't give a fuck. Mr. White, no, it's shocking. And it's the people that keep it going. It's the people that subscribe, isn't it? People that pay for the tickets, pay for the shirts, pay for the Sky, whatever. They pay towards it. They invest in it in their own way. And then it's just being sucked dry by parasites, really. That's what happens. With regard to the Glazers being owners of United, for example, it's what's wrong with the world, really, isn't it? Greed. Too much greed, man. Anyway. Davis is saying, okay. Mr. White says the Tifo is good. They do on European nights. Went to a few last year, was banging atmosphere. I don't know what you mean, Mr. White. So I'm really, really sorry, Mr. White. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. The Tifo, what's that? I don't know what that is. I'm being really thick now. John is saying, I feel sorry for the lad who was nearly going to get his hair cut, but he's going to have to wait longer now. Davis saying with the police, well, it's a carnival. Right. Are you on about your game, Davis, I'm assuming? I'll keep going, guys, the best I can on this live. I'm going quiet for a moment. I've got a question, actually. I'm going to ask it in a minute. What do you want, guys, whoever's watching, you don't have to answer if you don't want. What do you want to achieve this year? What do you want to achieve? Is there anything that you want to achieve this year? What you're looking at? What are your goals in life? How are you going to achieve those things? That's my question. I'm going to change that and put it on here. What do you want to achieve in 2026? Done. There we go. Let's see what. Took me a while to get the question there, Jordan, sorry. Let me just minimize that a little. Put that there, that's great. Just going to unpin that comment. So what do you want to achieve in 2026? All comments will be read out. Let's see where we're going. Jordan's saying best topping to have with ice cream. Oh, fucking hell, that's a good question. Caramel. Good top. Ooh, there's so many. Davis saying I'm having some grapes. Davis is being a police officer. Okay, Davis, how are you going to achieve that? How are you going to become a police officer? What steps are you making towards achieving that? It's a good job. It's a hard job. It's not an easy job to acquire, but it's possible, of course. How are you going to achieve it? John is saying, by the end of the year, I want to be a healthier, stronger, happier version of myself. By the sounds of you, Jordan, I think you'll do that. I think you'll achieve it. How are you going to achieve it, Jordan? How are you going to do it? What steps are you making to achieve that? Sandra's saying, I just want to achieve personal growth and stay healthy. Again, Sandra, how are you going to achieve that? Sasso is saying, getting my whole fist in. Sasso, you're a sick person. Davis saying, being a good person. Do you know what? The world needs more of that, Davis. What do you think makes a good person, Davis? What do you think makes a good person? That's a lovely thing to achieve, though, Davis. 21585. Davis, that is a lovely thing to achieve. Just being a good fucking person, man. How are you going to achieve being a good person? Being accountable for your own actions. Not being nice, being good. Good to great, hopefully. Being a good person is doing the right things when no one's watching. Having integrity. Learning from your mistakes, admitting your mistakes. Being genuinely sorry, truly sorry for your mistakes, because we all fuck up. Being polite to people, helping others when you can. Jamie G, you've retracted your message. I don't know what it is, but that's okay. If you don't, that's your choice, of course. Your autonomy there, of course. Trying to say very good one, Dreamy Jew. I don't know what that is. I didn't see it, sorry. Davis saying don't know. You don't have to be a good person. Davis, though, to be fair, you're being a good person on here you've not been rude to anybody at all, ever, Davis, on here. To me, that's being a good person. You've not been nasty or horrible at all. Sasso is laughing over his sickness that he mentioned before. Jordan is saying, I'm going to do it by keeping the positive mindset going and challenging myself to do different things in fitness and health. I believe that you'll achieve that by the sounds of what I've heard you talk about and the person that you're presenting as, which I truly believe that you're coming across in a very genuine way, by the way. I believe that you'll do it. Actually, I know that you'll do it in my head from what I know about you. Everything that I've wanted to do, that I've really wanted to do, though, I've achieved. And it doesn't mean it's easy. It takes me time to achieve things. It takes me a while. I used to smoke and drink. Dreamy Jew, honest to fucking God, I used to drink and I used to smoke and I used to take drugs. I was a bad boy. You're quitting smoking and alcohol this year, hopefully. Good for you. What are your plans to achieve that, Dreamy Jew? It's not easy. I've quit smoking and guess what? I failed it so many times, over 50 times. Drinking and taking drugs when I was younger. I don't do now. I'm a lot more calmer now than I was when I was in my 20s. But I used to drink and I used to smoke, and fucking hell, it took me so many times. I failed so many times, but I just got better at it. I imagined my willpower as a muscle, and I quit for a few days, fail. Quit for a few days, fail. It was very up and down, but I started to lengthen the time that I was quitting. That's how I did it, willpower. But everyone's got different ways of doing it. Davis saying helping people out. Good answer, Davis. Helping people out. And sometimes, Davis, you know what? Someone's got a problem, and the problem might be complicated. You might not even be able to give them any advice, but you listen to them. You truly listen to them, and you say, "Oh, that must feel bad." That's helping someone. Just listening to someone. Jordan saying, "Good luck for that Dreamy Jew." Absolutely. Jimmy G saying, thank you, Jordan. Jordan says, you're welcome. David's saying, I had diarrhea. Sorry, you've got diarrhea. It's not nice. Hydrate the best you can. Jordan saying, what would you like to achieve by the end of the year? I would like to achieve this year. It's actually going to happen. And do you know what helps with me? I know it's this. I'm not being arrogant. It might sound arrogant, this, but I already know I'm going to achieve this year. I'm going to become monetized on YouTube. I'm going to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to become monetized. I'm going to develop my own product and sell it on here. Yeah, I'm going to become monetized on here. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there. It takes a long time. It's took me a long time, but I'm going to achieve that. And I'm going to get a promotion in my job as well. I'm going to be a band 6. I'll be a charge nurse. And there's jobs going at the moment, so I'm going to go for it. If I don't get it, it's fine. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get an interview at the very least. But I'm definitely going to become monetized on here. And it's going to grow. My channel's going to grow. And I'm going to do really well. And that's what I'm going to achieve this year. And fitness goals would be just to be maybe train a little bit more than I've been doing. Keep myself fit, keep myself strong, keep myself mentally sharp by reading, continue with the reading, continue doing this. That's my goals this year, Jordan. I want financial freedom eventually. Jordan, that's what I want. Financial freedom, mate. And to do what I love doing. I love doing this. I believe that I need to be of service to people. I need to be useful. I need to be useful. I need to be of service to others. That's what I need to be. That's really important for me to be as a person in my life. Is Mr. White smoking a joint as we speak? Do you know what, Mr. White? Enjoy that. Enjoy. Hello, I'm Japanese. I can't read the rest of it. I'm really sorry. W4Y. Hello, my name's Brad. Nice to meet you. How's life in Japan? Is my question. Snow Squirrel. Snow Squirrel is Mr. White. Me too. Cheers. They've both got joints and they're just doing a cheers with their spliffs, let's say. Grant Tyndall is asking a very important question here, Grant lad. You're asking, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I'm trying to answer that fucking question. Grant, I do not know how much wood there would be. I don't know how much wood that we're talking about here, mate. There's a couple of 2x4s there going on with the wood. Sandra's saying that's wonderful, Brad. Yeah. And also what I like to think is I already envision to help with achieving your goals. I like to envision that I've already got it. And this is being high dimensional, basically. And sometimes I'll do this and I think, what's the fucking point? I do these lives. I think, what's the fucking point? Am I wasting my time? I think that sometimes. And sometimes I think, I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed doing this. I don't feel like doing this, but I turn up anyway. And there's times when that, and there's also fear that can help you prevent. What can end up preventing your goals is having too much fear and insecurity about it, thinking, oh, I can't do it, or don't want to do it, I can't be arsed, what's the point? You're fearful, insecure, what will other people think about me when I do this or do that? So this prevents people it creates procrastination and can create anxiety. And then once you go down that road, that can go against achieving your goals. To achieve your goals, it just takes a lot. You need a little bit of inspiration, a lot of determination, and you will drop the ball, you will fuck up, you just pick that ball back up and keep fucking going. And also imagining that you've already got it. Like, I've already got it. I'm not scared. I've already made it. Even though you haven't made it at that moment, but imagining that you've already fucking made it, being calm about it, being optimistic about it, and fucking just going with it and enjoying it. It's like having, I remember someone saying, it's like having a feather on your hand. If you try and grab the feather too tightly, it's just you're gonna miss the feather, for example. Just let the feather land on you. Be calm about it, and it will come to you. Is what I'm trying to say. Sandra saying, sending love and respect. You will achieve all you want. Yeah, there's enough for everybody out there. Fucking go for it, man. Whatever it is, success is different to everyone, by the way. Success doesn't have to be a CEO of a company. It doesn't have to be a professional footballer. It can just be becoming a decent human being, a nice, decent, well-rounded human being. That's it. That's success in my eyes too. Poison Blake saying, I'm back, Brad. Welcome back, Poison Blake. Mr. White is just giving us some hotboxing kind of thing going on with the spliffs. Jordan's saying, I'm going to have to go, Brad, but it was nice to be on the stream. I'll be back again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, Jordan, for all your contributions. Thanks for sharing your wisdom. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Enjoy the football that you're watching. Dreamy Jew says bye to Jordan. Mr. White saying procrastination is a bastard. Yeah, it is. It really is. We all do it. We put things off. And that's okay sometimes. Sometimes you need to. You could be really tired. You could be feeling ill. Procrastination in that situation is the best because you need to recover. But it's a bastard. Yeah. And it's tempting, isn't it? Yep. David's saying there's a police chase. There's a police chase going on now. Jonathan saying bye, Jimmy Jew. Speak to you again soon. Poison Blake says hi. Hi, Poison Blake again. Jordan says, away. I can't say it in your Geordie accent. Sorry, Jordan. Geordie accent, should I say. Away the lasses. Enjoy the game, mate. Enjoy your day. And there's times when you want to achieve things, you work towards those goals, but there's also times when you just need to chill the fuck out. You can't always be on the go all the time. Going back to what I was talking about before, that nervous fucking system. So what people can do is burn out. So you might have a goal in place and you really want to achieve it and you're working your ass off to achieve it. You're putting the hours in. Like when I do this, I can't do this all the time. I can't. If I could, I'd be doing this more often. What I'm doing now is speaking. Creating content. I'd be doing it more often, but I can't always do it because I work at the hospital. I've got to work at the hospital because it pays the fucking bills. This doesn't pay the bills. It will do one day, but right now it doesn't. So I need to go to work at the hospital as a scrub nurse and I need to put the hours in. And then I fit this in when I can, but I can't always do it. I can't always do it because I get tired. I get burnt out. So it's just, it's what's I'm going to say then. It's making something sustainable as well to achieve your goals. You've got to be sustainable, man. And that means getting adequate rest, putting the work in, but not doing it all the time, not burning out, not frying that fucking nervous system. Anyway, I'll read this one. Art Van Delay 2111. I want to decide on my pronouns for 2026. Why? Why do you want to do that, Art Van? Is the question. And why is that a goal? And if it is a goal, how are you going to achieve it? Davis is saying crashed. You're playing your game there, Davis, by the sounds of it. You want to decide on your pronouns. Yeah, I don't understand why you'd want to do that, but if you can, explain. All right, man, go for it. I'll leave that with you. I think that's gone too far, that kind of thing, in my opinion, but each their own. Okay, I suppose. Another thing I want to achieve this year, sorry, I've just thought of it. This is the big one, nearly. Underpinning everything that I'm doing is becoming more high-dimensional, becoming more five-dimensional for longer, being less fucking bothered by arseholes. That's what I'm working on. By being less reactive to the bad behaviour of others, getting less annoyed by things in life, just being calmer about it, being high-vibrational about things. That is definitely what I want to achieve. All right, Van saying, just kidding, mate. LOL. I've took you literally there, lad. Good. I'm glad to see that you're joking. Good. Good one. Good that you're joking about that one. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? The whole pronoun thing, the whole whatever. You can call yourself what you want. You can dress up as what you want. You can identify as what you want. As long as you're not hurting anyone, that's fine, in my opinion. But you shouldn't force your ideals on other people. That's my point. Let people live how they want to live. Aaron, hi Aaron. You could also be furious and evolve like a Dragon Ball Z character. Wouldn't it be amazing, that, Aaron? Dragon Ball Z. Do you know, Aaron? I've seen so many episodes of that. I really have. I love Naruto as well. Imagine if you could evolve into that. That'd be mad. Fried brains. Oh, the dude's got AIDS. Do you know fried brains? At least I'm positive, though. I'm positive about that. About the AIDS that you're talking about. I guess I better donate then. I'll take that as a joke, mate. Not got AIDS. Anyway, all right, man. You're saying I'm Australian. We like a wind up as much as the Brits. Yeah. Yeah, good sense of humour. I definitely associate that with Australians. Definitely. It's good to have a good sense of humour. You fucking need it to do what I'm doing right now as well, mate. Trust me. It's good to be. It's healthy to be able to laugh at yourself. It's healthy to not fucking take everything so seriously. It shows a sign of resilience as well, when you can laugh at your own fucking shortcomings. Anyway, Fried Brain says, "Sorry, I've just entered the chat. No worries, Fried Brains. You've gone in with the HIV positive fucking whatever joke." Fried Brain said, "I'm glad you can laugh." Yeah, I can laugh, man. Fuck me. It's also, if you think about psychology of laughing, which I should do maybe as a live one time, psychology of laughter or whatever. It releases stress. Because life's serious, isn't it, sometimes? Life's fucking serious. Life can be fucking awful, man. It can be dog shit, as I'm sure you know. Suffering like a motherfucker. And it's good to laugh sometimes. Helps make you feel calmer, doesn't it? So Friday says, "I'm glad you can laugh." I can, yeah. All right, Van saying, definitely, mate. Have a great day, mate. Thank you, Fried Brains. You seem cool. Thank you. You have a good day too, man. Catchy electro music. I want a girlfriend. Okay. Oh, you want to feel good. That's what you want in 2026. You want to feel good. And I want a girlfriend. So to achieve that, let me think. How are you going to achieve it? What's your perspective, catchy electro music? Feeling good would be my primary goal. And then once you truly feel good, you're more likely to attract the girlfriend. You want to get a good one though, mate, because there's bad ones. There's toxic ones. You don't want a toxic one because it'll fuck your life up. You want a good girlfriend, one that actually gives a shit about you, that truly loves you. That's what I'd be working towards if I was looking at that. Feeling good. How are you going to feel good? Feeling good is looking after yourself, isn't it? Working out, keeping active, fucking eating well, not drinking too much, not smoking too much. Would be my thoughts on that. Feeling good is a great one. Feeling good, man. Why do I go to the gym? It makes me fucking feel good. You get endorphins, don't you, from exercise? It's the happy hormones, let's call them, that are released. It's like your body saying thank you. Eating well is going to make you feel better. Going for a walk is going to make you fucking feel better. Life's all, yeah. Feeling good's the primary goal. And then what does that stand out? If you're truly feeling good in yourself and you're not, you've worked on yourself, you love yourself, then that's going to be more attractive to the opposite sex or whoever. Easier said than done, I know. Not being desperate is a good one. Not being desperate. Not being desperate. Show a bit of interest and then back off. Show a bit of interest. Don't be a fucking creep. That's how I do it. Show me a little bit of interest if you're interested in somebody, and then back off and see what they do. If they don't do anything, they don't want you, they don't want to know you, then leave them to it. But if they do like you, they'll chase you. And it's also realizing that having a good relationship is also having true self-worth is basically thinking to yourself, I'm a good catch. Not just they're a good catch, I'm a good catch. You know what I mean? That kind of thinking. It's like believing in yourself. It takes time though. Sometimes it can be achieved through reading, sometimes psychology, etc., etc. Anyway, catchy electro music. I hope that you achieve what you do. I hope that you achieve those goals. Hope you achieve those goals. Anyway, Davis is saying, why do I like buzzes? Because I like them. Well, if you like them, you like them. Decent advice, thank you. Catchy electro music's asking. Melodrama Boy. Hello, Melodrama Boy. I think I've seen you on here before. Welcome back. I've finally taken the advice of the far right and will be going back to my own country. Hint, I was born here. Where was you born, Melodrama Boy? Elaborate. Catchy electro music, what are your goals? Well, my goals are to become more higher vibrational, to be less bothered by the behavior of others, to be more neutral, to be calmer. Also, my goals are to become monetized on YouTube. That's going to be achieved through just keep turning up. So I'm going to get, my subscribers are going to increase, my watch hours are going to go up, I'm going to become monetized on YouTube. I'm then going to sell my own products on here. That's going to be achieved this year. That's what I'm doing. I'm already know it's going to be achieved this year. And it sounds really, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just trying to manifest. I'm not trying to manifest in, I'm actually manifesting. So that's what I'm going to do. Catchy electro music. That's one of my goals. This is a might do. There's a band 6 role. I work at the hospital, catchy electro music, as a scrub nurse. So hip replacements, knee replacements, etc., etc. I scrub, basically I pass instruments to the surgeons whilst maintaining a sterile field. And I'm a band 5. I'm a qualified nurse. But there's a job going for band 6. So I'm going to apply for that and see if I get it. That's my other goal as well. Most things I actually work towards, I end up achieving. I'm going on a little bit here, but yeah, I want to become monetized. I want to have some financial freedom. Why not? Why not go for fucking things? Why not achieve things? Fucking go for it. Life's short, man. Life goes quickly as well. Do things while you fucking can. Don't procrastinate for too long. Don't fuck around for too long. Is my point. Melodrama Boy saying I pop in and out occasionally. Yeah, I've seen you. I remember your name on here. No worries. Melodrama Boy saying, do you know what? The only way to describe the old days I grew up in is watching the intro for Coronation Street in Emmerdale. I still remember the cool Milton giving us kids free strawberry milkshake in those glass. Oh, Melodrama Boy, do you know what? I remember the milk in the glass bottles as a kid. I remember them at school. Like, I must have been about 5 or 6 years old. This is going back to like the 80s there, Melodrama Boy. And the milk was really nice and cold in a glass bottle. Those days are gone, mate. Well, catchy electro music saying it isn't difficult to make money on YouTube. I think it's not easy. Catchy electro music, from my opinion, I don't know about your opinion, your experiences. Some people, they start the YouTube channel. Some lucky people, they get loads of subscribers really quickly. They become monetized really quickly and they make money. I think it's difficult, in my opinion. Only around 8.4%-ish of YouTube channels get 1,000 subscribers. Only 8.4%. Most people don't make it, they give up. And they honestly, it's took me, I've been doing this for over a year and I've got 354 subscribers this morning. Maybe I've got more now. I grow slowly because I'm just trying to be myself, basically. So it's not obviously, it's not clickbait. You know, it's not. I'm not doing extremes. So 8.4% get 1,000 subscribers, approximately. 8.4% of channels have. So basically, 92% of fucking YouTube channels have less than 1,000 subscribers. I'm one of those. Only about, I don't know, I think it's even less of a percent become monetized. And even when they do become monetized, they're not earning loads and loads of money. So it's not, from my experience, it's not easy. Most people give up. Catchy electro music saying Margaret Thatcher got rid of milk at school. I bet she fucking did. Catchy electro music. Margaret Thatcher, oh God. The Iron Lady, they call her, didn't they? She's not with us anymore. The Iron Lady at it again, Melodrama Boy. Yeah. Not fond memories of that one. Youth Lord. How do you get so pretty? How do you get so pretty? I don't know. I don't think I'm that pretty, if I'm honest. Youth Lord. Melodrama Boy saying, also, I'm not Christian, but I miss the bell ringers at the church on the weekends. I used to hear them right in the morning. Do you know what, Melodrama Boy? I remember that. I remember it. I used to take it for granted because it was normal. It was all the time. And yeah, it's not there anymore, is it? Well, maybe it is there, but in a lot of places it isn't anymore. And Melodrama Boy's giving us some facts here. Bell ringing is unfortunately a dead skill. People have stopped doing it. I've never thought of that, but I can believe it. Thanks for sharing that. New information for me there. Sandra's saying, Youth Lord 666. First, you have to be a good person inside, then it shines through. That's how. Sandra, thanks. That's a really how to be a pretty person. Absolutely. When I know someone's a really genuine good person, and they might not be the best looking person physically, I find them to be more. They appear to be a more of an attractive person because they're a good person inside. You've seen it in the behavior. You think, fucking hell, that person's got integrity. They're genuinely kind. It makes that person so much better looking. I've also seen people that are aesthetically, physically, they're stunning. They're really good looking people, but they're fucking pricks. And all I think to myself is, I don't like that person because of the way they behave. They might be really pretty, but they're not nice. I'm not saying all pretty people are nasty people, because they're not. Some of them are really nice people. But the way you behave, the way you conduct yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you are as a person will shine through from the inside out. So Sandra, you're absolutely correct. Sandra's saying Melodrama Boy, it still happens where I am from. Sandra's showing us the bells in the church. Melodrama Boy, though, thanks for giving those perspectives, by the way. Melodrama Boy is saying, maybe I'm too sentimental about the past, but the environment, feeling, I just feel way different in those days. Just feel a lot different in those days. Melodrama Boy, I fucking feel it myself, mate. Honest to God. I've seen the decline. And I know that there's another thing, Melodrama Boy. When you're younger, you've got loads of energy, you're young and you're optimistic, let's say. And if you get to 80 years old, for example, you're going to, I remember the good old days. Things aren't as good anymore. But it's because a lot of the time it's because your body's got older, for example, and you've not got the same energy you have. And obviously it's going to be more negative, potentially perceived that way. But I also believe this, Melodrama Boy, in relation to what you're saying, is like, it's not the same. It's gone. Those days are gone. A bit of a freer feel to it, a bit more optimistic. There's more money as well. The working class had more money than in the 90s, let's say, for example. You go to this, I'm thinking about Blackburn. There's so many other towns, but I used to work in Blackburn. There were so many independent businesses. There was a really good nightlife. It was just different. People had money, people more carefree. And then it's changed. As I'm sure you know, now all the independent shops have gone. It's just run down. People have lost their way. The energy and the feel is just not as good. It's just not as good. Yes, so I can fucking understand that. Santa's saying like and subscribe, people. Yes, please. Please like, please subscribe. I appreciate you all. I'm going to pin that message. Thanks, Sander. I'll stop reminiscing about the old days. Got to get to work. Present day. Well, yeah, melodrama boy. It's nostalgia, isn't it? Nostalgia sometimes it feels depressive. Nostalgia has a depressive feel to it sometimes, but it's nice to go back sometimes in your mind about the good old days, let's say. But you've got to make the best of the present and work through the things the best you can. Make the best of the present. Absolutely. Big Ellis, you are now a Muslim deferred country. Now a Muslim deferred country. Interesting comment. There's a lot of it in there now, isn't there? There's a lot of social unrest, Big List potentially. Is there a potential for civil war? Maybe. I hope not. But is it brewing under the surface? There's some truth to what you've said. That's all I'll say on that. There's some truth to it. There's good and bad in every culture in there, in my opinion. But that's growing, isn't it? That's growing. And the English culture's lost its way. Sure, I can understand that. So I'm saying you should move into my home country, Melodrama Boy. It's still like that there. Yeah, in Croatia, Melodrama Boy, if you're still there, Croatia's got them old traditional values. The church bells are still ringing, let's say that much. Sanders just giving a wave there. Andrew, hi Andrew. Nice to meet you. My name's Brad, by the way. Getting money, that's the end goal. Yeah, in the world that we live in, capitalism, getting some money. That's why we do what we do. Why do we go to work? To earn money, of course. It's becoming the person, though, becoming the person to achieve the money as well, I suppose. Money's not evil, by the way. It can be used for evil. It can be corrupt. Money can be a bad thing if it's used incorrectly, but money itself isn't evil. It's a form of energy, really. You put in the work, the time, and you get money at the end of it, don't you? Sanders saying, Big Ills, sorry. I said your name wrong. It's just gone downhill so much, Sanders saying, to Big Ills. Fucking right it has. Melodrama Boy is saying, last one. Okay. I remember the days of cheap pasties and going into Greg's as a kid just to munch on the free samples they had. I remember that as well. They would just cut up pasties and pop it on a plate for you to taste. I remember that. Melodrama Boy, thank you for reminding me of that. I haven't thought about that for a long time. I'm just picturing it now in my mind. Thank you for reminding me. Andrew's then saying, listen, after 30, all you have to focus on is getting money and starting a family. Other than that, it's nothing but a meaningless life. After 30 years old, all you have to be focused on is getting money and starting a family. Andrew, I don't have kids. And I like to think my life does have meaning still. Having a family can give you meaning. I agree. But I don't think you have to have those things, in my opinion. You might disagree, which is absolutely fine. I think everyone's got their own perspective on that. Acquiring money to gives you security. It keeps the wolves at bay, doesn't it? And that requires hard work, man, and dedication, doesn't it? And discipline, Andrew. Absolutely. I'm answering that the best I can. I don't expect everyone to agree with everything I'm saying either. Of course, you've all got your own perspectives, your own opinions, etc., etc. Anyway, Catchy Electro Music saying, I think things were better with no internet. AI. Fuck me. That's going to change things. Catchy Electro Music. AI's mad. It's like getting some toothpaste. You squeeze the toothpaste, right? And toothpaste has all come out. It's come out. Yeah, you can't get that toothpaste back in there, mate. That's what I'm talking about with AI. It's fucking mind-blowing. It's interesting, it's exciting, but scary at the same time. TV, etc. I don't think we're evolved for all this technology. Catchy electro music, especially with regards to AI, and how it affects us. Absolutely. Andrew saying it's a tool to achieve everything. Money. I agree, Andrew. Very wisely said. A tool. Money gives you choices, options, doesn't it? Benghazi Loop. Benghazi Loop. Nice to meet you. My name's Brad. I'm with you on that, Andrew. So Benghazi Loop is agreeing with what Andrew's saying, which I understand why people would agree with what Andrew's saying too. Melodrama Boy saying, I'm 31 years old and prefer to stay single whilst I work on myself and my goals. I'm extremely happy in life. Melodrama Boy, you're in a fucking good place then. That's a very well-rounded point. I remember when I was 31, I was in the same situation as you with regards to what you've just said. When I was 31, I was single at the time, as a 31-year-old. I was working myself on myself. So I'm in a relationship with myself, yeah? You're extremely happy. Melodrama Boy, that's massive success. Amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm just saying bullshit. You end up lonely and drowning in depression. What, if you don't have children? I disagree. Respectfully, though, of course. I will not be drowning in depression. I will not be having children, but I will not be drowning in depression. I'll find the happiness within. My life's goals are to help others, support others, to spread more light into the world. That's going to bring me happiness too. In my own way, Andrew. I will not end up lonely, and I will not drown in depression. I won't allow that. I don't choose that for myself. I get the positivity of having children, though. A lot of people say they're the best gift in the world, etc., etc. And I can understand that. I can really understand that. But I don't think it's for everybody. I'm just saying, would you live in a paradise alone without people? I think it's good to be around people. We're social creatures, aren't we, Andrew? So living in paradise on your own all the time would be very isolating and not very good, in my opinion. So no, I'd say no to that. That question, that point. Pursuer, you're currently sorting out your crayons out. Okay, Pursuer, welcome back. Hope you're okay. Melodrama Boy says, I think people always forget the responsibility required to have a wife and kids. It's a lot of responsibility. I spend all my time traveling and enjoying new people of all backgrounds, hence why I'm not keen to get married. That's absolutely fine, Melodrama Boy. Like we all have autonomy and choices while we want to live our lives, and everyone's got their own opinions, and they might be different, and whatever works for you works for you. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, I think it's all good, in my opinion. Being open-minded there, of course. There's a lot of responsibilities to being a father or a mother or whatever, having children. It's a big responsibility. A lot of the time it's children having children, like people that have not worked on themselves, that are underdeveloped, that are having children. They can't even parent themselves. They're not even well-rounded themselves. They're having kids, some people. Some people shouldn't be parents at all, because they're fucked up. Imagine someone taking heroin addicts, and then they have children and they continue taking the heroin. It's not fit to be a parent. There's a lot of people like that. There's some great parents as well, don't get me wrong. Some brilliant parents out there. Amazing. It's all personal choice. Anyway, Melodrama Boy saying, having a partner and kids does add a level of stress. Absolutely. Brings a lot of positivisms as well, I'm sure, Melodrama Boy, but it does bring stress. By the way, I'm not saying don't get married. There's always a different perspective to view here. Absolutely. Very open-minded of you to say, Melodrama Boy. There's different perspectives. And what I say was right for me is not right for everybody else, of course. And I respect that. Absolutely, 1000%. Sandra's saying, LOL, I know loads of people who are miserable and depressed and they have children. Yeah. In fact, having children can actually increase your stress levels and make you more susceptible to becoming depressed. Absolutely. And have you heard this one? I get people at work, there's so many people I've met that have got kids, they go, oh, I come to work to rest. Oh, I love coming to work because I get to have a rest. A rest from what? From the kids. Thinking, fucking hell, you're finding coming to work more calmer and more chilled than being at home. Is that a happy life? Question mark. I know there's other perspectives here as well. Anyway, Sandra's saying, hello, Pursuer. She's showing Pursuer a red crayon. Pursuer saying, you have, with a nice smile on his face. Sandra's smiling. Chigga, hi, Chigga. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you, Trigger. Attack the day. Lock in. Time waits for no one. Fucking right, Trigger. Do you know what? I'm sharing that, Trigger. Thank you. Short, punchy, and correct. Trigger, attack the day. Fucking seize the day. Don't fuck around. Lock in. Do the best you can. Time waits for no one. Time goes fast, Trigger. Fuck, as you know, I'm sure you know. Time fucking goes quickly. I'm like, snap, before you know it's Christmas again. It's like, what the fuck was the year gone? So time's waiting for no one. Attack the day, mate. You've got to go for it. Anyway, Pursuer is saying, I've just got crayon on my favourite pants. Too much information there, Pursuer. Chill out with those crayons. Gourmet Gangster says, no shit. Pursuer is saying, what does TMI mean? Too much information. Gourmet Gangster is saying, kids are stressful as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. There's a lot of positives, don't get me wrong. Fucking right there is. There's lots of positives, very rewarding. They'll show lots of love, etc., 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 etc. You could talk about the positives. I'm not denying those things. Is it going to be stressful? Yeah. Are you going to be tired? You're fucking going to be tired. Sandra's saying too much information, LOL, with TMF, the abbreviation for that, the acronym for that, should I say. Gourmet Gangster saying too much info. Okay. In relation to that before. Catchy electro music. I disagree. Okay. Most people become better after they've had children. More responsible, happier, etc. Okay. Catchy electro music. Do you know what I love? I love that you've given a different perspective. And that just because you're given a different perspective doesn't mean you're wrong, does it? Not in my opinion. You disagree respectfully. I like it. It's good. It's debate. He said like a debate kind of thing. Most people become better after they've had children. It can, if a person approaches it in a healthy, mindful way, it can make people more responsible, happier, etc. I think it can do. Depends on the individual and how they approach it. There's truth to what you said. Yeah. Sandra's saying yes to gourmet burgers. Gangsters, not gourmet burgers. Gourmet gangsters saying yep, LOL. Pursuer's going, oh, okay. Pursuer is chilling out with those crayons. Melodrama Boy is saying, I know someone who is work from home but prefers to work in the office to have space away from his wife. I know, wild. Fucking hell, Melodrama Boy. So he works from home but prefers to work in the office to have space away from his wife. That's not healthy, is it, mate? That's not a happy life. Happy wife, happy life, they say. I don't like that saying either. Happy wife, happy life. It's like, I get why people would say happy wife, happy life. I've gone off on a tangent here. But you shouldn't be a doormat to anybody either. But if you're having to work away from your wife just to be happy, that's not a good relationship, mate. That's not a happy life, is it? Sandra's saying catch it. It all depends on the individual. Yes, it does. It depends on the individual, their perspectives, and how they approach life. Absolutely. Gourmet Gangsters saying carpe diem. See, is that seize the day? Carpe diem. Forgive me if I'm wrong. My Latin is not very good, but I know that's Latin. I know it's Latin, but I forgot. I think it means seize the day. I could be wrong though. So correct me if I'm wrong. Pursuer is saying, I don't want to get more crayons on my favourite trousers. No. Pursuer is saying, these crayons are too fucking hard. Sounds like a first world problem there, Pursuer. Be careful with your crayons. And treat your crayons with respect. I can't believe I'm saying that. Catchy electro music saying most people should have children, not everyone. Most people should have them, but not everybody. It keeps the human race going. They're saying catchy electro music. They're saying, imagine you've got the triangle hierarchy, right? You've got old people at the top, very few, and then healthy young people at the bottom of this triangle. What's happening in society going forwards? It's going to be a problem going forwards in society. Is going to be upside down triangle. So basically meaning that you've got very few young people at the bottom of the triangle and lots of older people at the top of the triangle. And that's what's happening in society, not just in England, but Japan especially, and other places. So less and less people are having children. So there's going to be potentially, if that logic is true, population's going to, the population's not going to increase, it's going to decrease. Does everyone believe in what I've just said? Do you agree? Do you disagree? That's fine if you don't. But anyway, what's in these crayons? I don't know what's in the crayons. I don't know what they consist of, mate. Gobil Gangsters is going, yeah, laughing, cream crackered. Pursuer is finally, it's broke. Gourmet Gangster saying, sees the day, yeah. All right, I remember correctly, great. Bailey saying, I'm back. I fell back asleep and now it's 2 o'clock already. You've had a nice nap there, Bailey. I've been live for 3 hours and 10 minutes. You've probably been out for like 2 hours, 3 hours, mate. 2.5 hours, I'd say, approximately, if you fall asleep. I don't know when you fall asleep, but there you go. Boiling Frog. Hi, Boiling Frog. I think I've seen on here before. Vaccine. What do you mean that? What do you mean vaccine? Yeah, I've been live for 3 hours and 10 minutes, Bailey. And Pursuer is then saying, fuck it. Doesn't fit in the pot. What, the crayon pot? Rosie says, hey. Hi, Rosie. Hey to Rosie Bailey. Saying hello. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Let me just get my drink. Pursuer's back on with eating his crayons, man. Don't eat the crayons, mate. Do not eat the crayons. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going quiet for a moment. I think it's difficult as well. Going back to the kids' bloody topic here. It's an interesting one, to have them and not to have them. I think in today's world, it's so difficult as well. I don't know why. It's like going back to what other comments were there before about how society just seems to be not as... Society's got more challenging, let's say. Living in the UK, it's got more challenging. It's a lot more bleak, a lot more... It can be a bit more depressing sometimes. Depends which way you look at it. But it feels like it's harder. It's harder to make a living. It's harder to have to sustain your life. People, yeah, cost of living's gone up and all that kind of thing, and people don't want to have kids as often. I think it's harder. All by design. Boiling Frog saying. All by design. Boiling Frog. Yeah. I'd agree with that. Tanner, hi Tanner. Welcome back. How are you? Hope you're okay. Tanner's saying, what I want to achieve in 2026 is that keeping consistency and what makes me firm against all mental and physical challenges. Keeping you firm, basically keeping up your resilience by the sounds of it, Tanner. How are you going to achieve that? How would you achieve that is the question. You don't have to answer, but I thought I'd ask. Boiling Frog is subscribed. You know what? Thank you so much, Boiling Frog. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Keeping consistency and what makes me firm against all mental and physical challenges. We're getting burnt out, isn't it? I think it helps with the consciousness. It's like, I tell you what, you can lose a lot of energy with overthinking. And then imagining if someone's rude to you and you're fucking fuming, you're really fucking angry, and all you do for the rest of the week is they're living rent-free in your head, and all you're thinking about is how much of an asshole that person is, and how much you hate them, and how much you don't like them, and that's all you're thinking about all week. Have I done these things? Yeah, I've done them. You're just pissing out energy. you're wasting all your energy and thoughts on that. And that can affect you physically and mentally, because you're losing, you're wasting your energy on this bullshit. And this person could be really rude. You could be absolutely justified in hating them. They're not a nice person. They're a fucking piece of shit. They talk to people like crap. They're not a nice person. They've been rude to you. They're fucking bang out of order and you're angry. Absolutely understandable. You're 1000% correct. But you don't want to keep replaying it in your fucking head. It's no good, because you're just angry and you're just wasting all your energy. It's better to just think, right, let it go. Put boundaries in place. I'm not saying take shit. Don't take shit. Tell them to piss off. Put boundaries in place. And then just think, right, I'm not going to let this person's behavior live rent-free in my head. They're toxic bullshit. You don't want that. You just want to be calm. You want to be neutral towards it at the very least. Just thinking about yourself, working on your goals, helps with that mental clarity. Don't be wasting your thoughts. Your thoughts are created by energy, aren't they, really? You need to think about things in your head, play scenarios in your head. It uses your energy, man. Use your energy towards yourself. Your energy is your power, your internal power. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent there, but I was just reading what Tanner's response was and trying to add my own perspectives onto that. I'm just saying, you hold an international passport. The whole world speaks your language. A lot of the world speaks English. Yes, true, Andrew. The English are really lazy at languages. I am one of those people. I've got to be honest. I'm English, and my fucking linguistic skills are shite. They really are. It's not an excuse. It's just a shit reason. But she was saying, I think I ate too much crayons. I think, okay then. Andrew's saying you can live at any country you like. Most of the time that would be true, Andrew. The boiling frog saying the world is full of them. Boiling frog, yes they are. And they're a pain in the bum, a pain in the ass, mate. Latana is saying, trusting myself, showing and acting with perseverance and determination. Love it. Avoiding toxic people, not spending more than I really need to. Trusting yourself, yeah. Trusting yourself. Like, I can fucking do this. I can achieve this. Showing and acting with perseverance. Just fucking keep going. Even when you're a bit tired, fucking keep going. But get rest as well, of course. Of course. All you need is a bit of inspiration, a bit of an idea, and a shitload of determination. You can achieve anything. Avoiding wankers. Sorry to swear. I'd say I'm not sorry to swear. I tell a lie. Avoiding wankers. Avoiding toxic people as much as you can. Don't let them live rent-free in your head, like I said. Not spending more time than you need to with them. And it's accepting them for what they are. It's like, you're being a really good, decent person. It's expecting a piece of shit to be a good person. It's a piece of shit. It's never going to be a good person. It's going to smell. It's toxic. It's a piece of shit. It's expecting a turd to be a diamond. That turd's not going to be a diamond. You can maybe polish it a little bit, but it's still going to be shit. You're going to sprinkle a bit of glitter on the turd. It's still going to be shit. You can't, a toxic turd is a toxic turd. And some people are toxic turds, and they're never going to see the world that you see it. Even if you feel 100% justified, just accepting them for what they are, and do you know what? I'm leaving you over there because I'm focusing on me. Anyway, energy flows where attention goes. Boiling frog, bang on. Bang on. You've hit the nail on the head. Energy flows where attention goes. So don't waste your energy on dog shit. It's hard though. I've done it. I'll hold my hand up. Have I done it? Yeah, a lot. Will I do it again? Yeah, I'll do it again. But I'm going to spend less time there. Less time there. Fuck that. Life's too short. It's easier said than done though. The ego that we all have can lead us down that road, that thought process, that I need justification, I need to get them, I need to, Anyway, Andrew's saying, do you know how many British people live all around Asia, Middle East countries? And I don't know, Andrew. I can imagine it being a lot though. Educate me on that, Andrew, if you can. I can assume that it'd be quite a lot. Boiling Frog saying, I've spent most of my life Lifetime with toxic people. I now have limited friends. Boiling frog, snap, snap, snap. I've got limited friends as well. I used to have a lot, but they were acquaintances, let's say. I've spent a lot of my time around toxic people too. Also a boiling frog, if I'm fucking completely honest, I've been a bit toxic in my past too. I was, in my 20s especially, I wasn't perfect. I was a bit lost. But fucking thankfully, I like to think that I've fucking moved on from being toxic myself and learning from it. Yeah. But I can resonate with what you're saying, being around toxic people. I still come across them now in the workplace. The part of the world, the part of life, but you've got to deal with it the best you can. Tanya's then saying, toxic people are cowards, backbiting, always depressing and pessimistic. Yep. They're just rotten. They're cowards because they don't admit responsibility for anything. They project all their insecurities and they blame everyone else for their own shortcomings, therefore are cowards, weak. Doesn't mean that just because they're weak, they are weak and they're insecure, weak. Just because the cowards are weak, still doesn't mean that they can have a negative impact on people's lives, because they can. Backbiting, absolutely. Always depressing and pessimistic. Always a problem. Yeah. Boiling Frog saying, yes, I think we all were at one time or another. Yeah, that's very, that shows strength though, to admit that, to show that we're all flawed, we're all human, we all drop the ball, we all fuck up. Everyone's shit stinks, at least at some point. Absolutely, Boiling Frog. But the beauty is in it, being aware of it and accepting it and then learning from it. What's that saying? Sometimes, I don't know, you don't make mistakes, the mistakes make you. You don't make mistakes, the mistakes make you. Would be in line with that. How long am I going to keep going? I've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Wow. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go back to what I was saying. What do I want to achieve? I want to be monetized on YouTube. Why wouldn't I want to be? Why wouldn't I go for that? It takes a lot of time and energy though. I've been going for 30th of December 2024. I started my YouTube channel. I started to make a video once per week to begin with. It took me until fucking hell, the 14th of June. So it took me fucking 6 months approximately just to get 50 subscribers. It was so slow to begin with, honest to God. And I wasn't great when I began. I'm still not great now, if I'm honest, but I'm better than I was. I wasn't used to being on the camera. I never even liked people taking my picture. I wasn't used to speaking. I wasn't used to it. I didn't do it. But I kept turning up. I dare to be shit. Do you dare to be shit at something? Have the balls and the guts just to not be perfect at something and keep learning. You learn by doing, man. You learn by doing. Anyway, being a YouTuber, obviously, I work full time, man. So it's hard to get the time and the energy to do it. And a lot of people don't last. They don't become money. Most people that do YouTube channels, they don't make fuck all money. They make nothing. They don't last. They give up. They expect to get instant results. They expect loads of people to watch, and they don't. It's not true. It doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of work. And it's not like a 6 months thing or a year thing. It's a 5-year thing or a 10-year thing. And there's no guarantees at the end of it. There's no guarantees at all. And what keeps me going is I can actually express myself really, genuinely. I can fucking express myself. And also, it's good to see other people that have similar perspectives to myself. That's what I've found here. One of the great things I've found doing this is I've met some very interesting, introspective, deep thinking people on here, and they have the similar experiences that I have in life. Yep. I'm not saying that everyone else has to agree on that. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there. So yeah, there you go. I'll be quiet for a bit. But most people don't make it. They don't make it on here. I used to think naively, oh, YouTubers, I'm going to work and all these YouTubers are making loads of money. Like, most don't. They don't. They don't make fuck all. They really don't. I think, though, you've got to be yourself. You've got to be yourself. And when I first heard about AI, and I think I heard about AI maybe April last year, and how it was going to be a big thing. It was in its infancy, let's say, to the masses. And I thought, oh my God, how the hell am I going to compete against AI? I thought I'd have no chance. I suppose you just got to be yourself. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet for a moment. I'm going to be quiet. Pursuer saying AI is complete shit. Why is it shit, Pursuer? Why do you think it's shit? Why is AI shit? I think it's going to be part of our lives, whether we like it or not. I think it can be used as a tool. ChatGPT can be very, very useful if you use it in the correct way. Let's say if you use it in a mindful way. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I think it's crazy. Anyway, I'll be back in 1 minute. Take this off the microphone for a minute and see what happens. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that. Right, sorry about that. I'm back. Pursuer is saying AI literally steals artists' jobs and people use AI to steal other people's art. Pursuer, that's the most sensible thing I've ever heard you say. Very true. The creative world, the creative types, yeah, people aren't going to be able to, that's going to affect people's jobs big time, AI. You're absolutely right, Pursuer. Think about an advert as well. Think about an advert, right? You've got an advert. It's for Hugo Boss. It's for Volkswagen. It doesn't matter. It's a big company. And to create that advert, you need a full team of people. You need a producer, executive producers. You need loads of staff. You need to make a set. You need to produce this advert. Okay, that's what you need. Let's say it costs $1 million, just as an example. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of actors to make this advert for Volkswagen. Now, what's going to happen is AI is some one guy on the computer is going to type a few things into the computer, and the AI will be able to create that advert a lot quicker and make it look really realistic. And there's only going to be one person that's going to be able to do that instead of a team of 100, for example. So yeah, the creative types are going to be affected. Will it be able to make movies in the future? Probably, yeah. Could it use actors from 50 years ago? that look lifelike in it. Yeah. I'm going down Black Mirror kind of thinking here. So yeah, it does. I think the creative types are going to be influenced by that in a bad way. I don't think it'll affect physical jobs though to begin with. I'm on about the whole AI thing. It's crazy. Yeah, anyway, there you go. My name's Brad. If anyone's not met me before, this is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I'm just talking away here. I'm just chilling. It's open chat. And that's it really. I found for me personally, presently, being less influenced by other people and situations, being less bothered about things just makes me feel better, makes me feel good, makes me feel calmer overall. I think that's how you win. I've been going for too long is the question. 3.5 hours. Yeah, probably. Need to stop soon. What do I do with this keychain? What keychain have you got, Pursuer? What keychain is it? I'm going to stop speaking soon. I think it's time. It's like a small white keychain. What do you do with it? I don't know what you mean. What can't you do with it? It's a keychain, isn't it? Do you want to create something? Do you want to paint it? I don't know, mate. Pursuer is saying I don't know. Who knows, mate? I'm going quiet for a while, guys. I'm going quiet. I'm just going quiet. Being present at the moment. You're going to make a hot chocolate? Go for it, Pursuer. Make hot chocolate. What hot chocolate are you using? What brand is it? Is it Galaxy? Is it Lindt? That's a nice one. Is it Cadbury's? What kind of hot chocolate is it? You promised not to eat the kettle. Good. I think you struggle to eat the kettle, mate. I'm just putting open chat. 1 sec. I don't want effects. I'm just being quiet for a moment, guys. Sorry. How long do I keep going is the question. Maybe I've gone too long. I think I need to call it a day. I think I'm going to stop. I think I've gone for long enough. Thank you for your time. Thank you for anyone that's watched. I'm going to call it a day. I think I've said enough today. I'll be live again soon. Thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. I'm sorry my energy's dropped a little bit, so I need to just honor that. I will be creating some more content in the future, being live again in the future, in the near future. Check my channel out for when my next live is going to come out. What was I going to say then? I don't know what else to say really, guys. I've run out of things to speak about. So thank you for your time. Look after each other. So you can say, thanks, Brad, take care and have a good week. Yeah, you too, Zuki. I hope that you achieve what you want to achieve with regards to having your own place. Let's say that much. Hope that manifests for you soon. Yeah, so I'll be live again soon. I'll announce it on my channel soon. So thank you for your time. Look after each other. Don't take any shit. Put boundaries in place when you need to, basically. So thank you and goodbye.